Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 24 of Sogravia, the last Bastion. Last session, we murdered Rocco's Thunder down. No, we didn't. No, that didn't happen last session.
No, we found out what
last session, we investigated Zavril's imminent death, visited the Sanctuary of the Sisterhood, made friends with a gnome. No, we made friends with a kobold.
I was going to say, it was a kobold.
Get it right, James. It was a kobold. We signed our oath to the Sisterhood, and we discovered that Starling was having some problems.
Excommunicated.
Sure, or potentially assassinated, or, you know, we're not really sure. Anyway, here's where we left off. You guys are at home in the lovely manor house. I will just hand straight over to you. It is approximately 10 a.m. on Shez the 28th. It is 30 days since your group first got together.
Wow.
It's been a month already? God, it feels like it's been like half a year.
Let's bake a cake.
Okay.
Of all the lists of things that can be done before Zavril dies, that is definitely at the top.
For sure.
But I'm making a cake.
Okay, dokie. Well, what's on our to-do list? Oh, here it is.
Well, we still have those giants to go talk to.
Yep.
We could probably talk to, like, most of the guilds, and they'd probably have some for us. We have that whole Davril dying thing.
Did we not want to talk with the man who came back from Australia?
We did want to do that. That is probably a good idea. Especially since we may have to be back rather than later.
And where's that guy at? In that city, right?
Carthan.
Where, yes.
Northwest.
Yeah, that one place.
Alright.
A man you can talk to whenever you want, if you can find them. I like the way that quest reads, go and find a man. Good luck.
Hey, are you a man?
Or a mouse.
I would like to go and... I don't know if Zarol's up yet, but I would like to go knock on his bedroom door if he's not out and about.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be chronicling.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I come in?
Sure.
Great.
As you come in, you just see me sitting at my desk, just continuing English. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Continuing to chronicle events that have been occurring and putting down generally more information of everything that's been going on over the past however long.
You're dressed though, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll close the door behind me. How are you feeling, Zavril? Since the whole, you know.
It's a good question. It's a very good question. It's weird. Oh my shit.
In what way is it weird? What do you mean?
Well, being told you're essentially dying. There's no way that doesn't feel incredibly weird.
I suppose it puts a lot of things into perspective for you.
And the other weirdest thing is to know that there is a way to sort of somewhat save, or at the very least preserve, by basically ceasing to exist for a while. That's even more weird.
Well, I promise you that when we do decide to go into that cursed land, we will find the cure for you.
I can only hope so. I can only hope. But hey, that just means until then we're on the clock.
Well, I mean, with the war and everything, I think we was already on a clock. Now we're on an even bigger clock.
Really puts time into perspective, huh?
I suppose. Forgive me, Zevral. I actually came here for another reason, not just to check up on you.
Okay. What is it?
I was wondering if you was feeling up to it, if you was feeling well enough, if you could try using your magic to try and get in contact with Charlotte, right? That's her name. With Charlotte again, I'm so confident.
Sure, we can try again, see if she's on this plane now.
Thank you, thank you.
In that case, I'll take a moment to prepare the spell. Is there anything you would in particular like to say, or would you just like to ask if she's well?
Yeah, and I suppose where she is, if she is here, on this realm, I mean.
Right, in that case, I'll just cast sending, and the message will be, "Hello, Charlotte. It's Avril, on behalf of Elliot. How are you, and where are you?"
Roll me a d20.
I swear to God, Jamal.
That's a 19.
Ooh!
Okay. You get this kind of confused response back. I'm okay, I think. I'm still awaiting my time. But it'll be soon, and then I'll return. I'm not sure... She's out of words.
Ah. Well, it's a shame that she ran out of words.
But... You don't say that out loud, do you? Only you hear the message. You don't need to tell Sullivan that his love ran out of words.
So insensitive.
No, it's just under my breath I'll be muttering, out of words. And I turn to you and say, the good news is she's well. She hasn't returned yet, I believe. She's still waiting.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Zavril. I appreciate it, especially with everything that you're going through at the moment. Thank you.
So well, if I can make someone happy, then that's made it well worth the while. But surely she will return soon enough. And,
I hope so.
well, you'll know that she's well.
I think I can smell breakfast cooking. Would you like me to bring you up a plate?
It's okay. I can take some time from my writing to come and join you.
Okay, well, I'll see you downstairs, and I will leave. I'm getting so much better at exiting these conversations naturally.
Okay, bye now!
I'm like a sim, I just flip on a heel and just immediately start walking away.
I'm just finishing up chronicling this particular paragraph, and then I'll make my things.
Are you writing your memoirs?
You could call them memoirs. They're a little bit more than just memoirs. There's a lot more to it than just a diary and how I'm feeling and just coming to terms with my imminent death.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
It's his last will and testament.
Please give Mr. Stuffy all of my stuff. Die.
Is that why he's called Mr. Stuffy?
Yeah, because you stuff
It's
full
all
of
your
everything.
stuff.
So what's for breakfast?
Downstairs and joining everyone.
For breakfast we have.
Doesn't mean I get to be antisocial now, does it?
Yeah, just because you're dying, you don't get dinner.
It's no excuse.
Exactly. God.
No.
So, Glacius, what's for breakfast? It smells delicious.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel with some hash browns on the side. Because, you know, gotta get those potatoes somehow.
Oh my goodness, have you been shopping recently?
Yum.
No, that's what I had for breakfast. I had real inspiration to draw from. Instead of just a hot pocket.
Yeah, nice hearty breakfast. You all sit round. What's the day plan?
That's an excellent question. What is the day plan?
So, go talk to that guy.
Let's find that fool. We can
You want
just
to go
teleport.
to Carthan, yeah? Okay. Yeah, obviously you have to head to Van Hania, get to the Mage's Arcane, and then utilize their teleportation. You're not quite at the point of being able to do it yourself yet. I don't think.
Who's this little pervert?
He told you not to question it! He told you not to question it. Seder, don't question it, it says.
Hey, what are you doing here? Get off
I'm fine
our
with the
lawn.
unicorn, but this guy's gotta go. He's all shirtless, just laying on our lawn.
Get off our lawn, you crazy kid.
Yeah, then let's teleport. Or go
he's
to
a
the city
weird
first,
perspective.
right?
Okay.
Ugh.
Don't question. I was trying to get rid of something, instead it just more things appeared. Cool. So we're just headed to Van Hania together, yeah?
Yeah.
Given that you're teleporting at the other end, are you riding, walking, flying, floating?
We can fly? How do we fly?
A couple of you can.
No, let's take our new, like, super carriage.
Yeah, our new whip.
Okay,
We
the new
can't take
pocket
it.
carriage.
Oh, right.
We can take it because we can shrink it.
Forgot it's shrinky dinks.
Yeah, and it can also be pulled by
It's a
Phantom
shrink-
Steed. And
So we
or...
beat our horses.
did we name it,
Nightmare.
Laura? Yeah.
No.
No? Okay, weirdly you
I haven't
named the
discovered
not
its name yet.
Nightmare Midnight.
Yes.
Okay. right.
No, Equinox. No.
Equinox. Yeah, Equinox.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Midnight's a horse in
Alright, make up
Strahd.
your mind.
Yeah, Midnight's the shitty horse in Strahd. It doesn't know how to fight off the gnolls. Yeah, cool. So, do you summon the Nightmare, or do you just double Phantom Steed? Do we have double Phantom Steed? Do two people have Phantom Steed?
Oh, summon the Nightmare, because I don't think so.
I have Fine Steed.
Yeah, you
So I
have.
can just
You could
summon
summon a
mine.
steed, and then
Let's
but
have-
yours costs
let's-
a spell slot every time, whereas Phantom Steed costs no spell slot.
Yeah,
Does that?
ritual cast and
Yeah, Phantom Steed is a ritual cast.
Yeah, but I think wait.
Find Steed.
I can
last.
dismiss mine and then make it reappear
It's like a
as,
find
as an
familiar.
action.
How long does it
Yeah.
last, though, Josh?
Until it drops to 0 hit points.
Right. Okay. So you would need to
Oh.
use the spell slot to summon it once, and after that you can summon and dismiss it until it dies. Yeah.
Exactly, and I
Okay.
did that many
cool.
years ago.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So with a Phantom Steed ritual cast and your own Fine Steed coming, what does your Fine Steed look like?
So basically, it looks kind of like, it's like this brown chestnut-y kind of horse. And it has, like, a silk cloth, like, how do I explain? So, like, you know when you sit on a horse where your legs go?
Yeah.
That's, like, where the cloth goes over it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, like
Like a normal. Okay.
Well, no.
What?
Not normally with a silk cloth.
Oh, well, not with a silk.
Anyways,
under the saddle.
and
That's what you mean.
on each of the sides it has the crown's emblem, and its mane is made out of like a deep red magic.
Oh, okay. That is sounding very exotic, and as it lines up next to Phantom Steed, your carriage is rather comfortable inside. There are curtains to pull if you wish. It is all done in red and gold. The seats inside are black with velvet on them. There's enough space for you all to sit quite comfortably. Admittedly, Sid is taking up 2 seats in the back row, like the naughty bus kid. But everybody else is... that is right, Makeda, isn't it? Sid is now 12 foot, right? That is this...
I imagine he's running alongside.
Oh, okay.
He's too
Since
big.
he can fit... No, okay, so 12.
He's doing some iron
12 foot
traffic
is
shit.
the limit, but yeah, he can run. He can run alongside. He's very pacey.
Yeah,
dude.
but Callum's sitting inside. Sid can run.
Yeah. Yeah, these seats are designed for normal humanoids. It's just like Callum and Obi are sharing one seat. Yeah, but the carriage is very comfortable, and it makes swift passage as you find yourself approaching Vanhania. As per usual, it is raining at Vanhania. It is always raining every time you come to this damned place.
It's like Seattle.
Is it? I've not been to Seattle, but I don't think it looks like this.
It's pretty much like this.
Okay, it's perpetually grey over the top, you know, grey clouds.
It is. No, that
sounds like
is.
Seattle.
Yeah,
There's
and
a
then
castle.
as you arrive, there are 2 guards on the gate, so to take one look at you and like, state your name and business.
We're the Shadowhunters.
Shadowhunters.
Use the teleport.
Hunting Shadowveil is our business.
You guys say it so lame.
Good luck to you.
Like, we're the Shadowhunters.
Listen,
To be fair, how excited do the Power Rangers get every time someone's like, "What's your name?" And they're like,
Have
"We're
you
the
watched the
Power Rangers."
Have you watched the TV show? They
I
get
don't know.
pretty
They are
enthusiastic.
Oh, do they? Okay, well,
They
maybe
are.
it's,
Yeah.
maybe it's
They're like,
your time.
it's Morphin time, Stegosaurus.
Oh, what
They
have I
get proper
started?
into it.
Okay,
Well,
well,
yeah.
maybe you should get proper into it. Nevertheless, he sort of gestures, and the large gate opens, and you can head through. And then your horses vanish, and your carriage gets zoomed down to nothing, and he's just like, "Whoa, okay, that's pretty cool." No stable trips for you guys. Whereabouts are we going? Straight to the Mage's Arcane? Are
that's how they
we
rip you
looking
off.
to catch up with Starling? Are we looking to interact with anyone else in Vanhania?
Man, we should probably check
Check what?
on her.
Oh, okay. Sure. I assume she's in the bar. There's only one bar, right?
There are 3 bars.
Okay,
in,
then what was I thinking
Vanhania.
of?
But traditionally, the only one you've utilised is the Last Flagon. The Last Flagon is a sort of typical drinking tavern. A couple of rooms. There is it's called Soldier's Rest, which is like a large establishment that's kind of tacky. It's got a lot of rooms, most of which are rented by the hour, not by the night. And it's got a very much like a working girl tavern about it. And then there is a very small, very elegant inn called...
The Last Bud.
No, it's not. Sorry, I've got to pull that one back up. Basically, it is mostly for visiting dignitaries, important people who stop by, that sort of thing. And it's called the Armistice Arms. And it's mostly for sort of visiting rich people. You know, like let's say one of the Mage's Arcane comes down, needs to spend a couple of days down here. That's the sort of place they would stay. It's primarily an inn with rooms, not a drinking bar, which is how you are usually able to narrow down where Starling will be because she's going to be drinking.
Okay, maybe we are.
Straight to the Last Flagon, the one you normally go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the usual spot.
When
She's probably taking Torgar's spot.
when you come into the Last Flagon, there are bandits in the eaves again.
Swap them out with a broom.
As you come in, there is quite a lot of
Alright,
raucous
yes,
noise
sir.
going on. There are
I hear
lots.
nothing.
There are lots and lots of dwarves in this tavern. And some of them are dancing on the tables. Some of them are lying underneath the tables. It's only 8:30 in the morning, and you can hear the bard. Stop it. You can hear the bard. Fraggle. Is Fraggle his name? I think it was Fraggle.
I was about to say, is it the bard?
Yeah, it's the bard. And there are various
Oh,
members of the
yeah.
Gutbusters here.
They really get back here that fast?
You need to ask somebody about that because they shouldn't have been able to
They're
get back
hauling
this
ass.
No, it was impossible
They
that they.
dug-
It's impossible that
they
they
dug a
actually
tunnel.
transported here. And sitting at the bar, you see Torgar sort of head in hands, looking down, trying to look away from them as they're all like, you know, for he's a jolly good fella, and all this sort of sing-songing and excitement and chanting. You know, go Torgar, it's your birthday, sort of yelling. And he's just ignoring them completely. There's 12 dwarves.
Where's Snow White?
He goes and sits down with the dwarves.
Okay. So you sort of sit at the table where there are some people dancing on the table, there are some people lying underneath it. Obi just sort of sits along. Within moments, one of the dwarfs sort of puts his arm around you, like sort of really quite roughly, and gives you a noogie, you know, and sort of, yeah! Whoa! Join the party! Look, you're the hero too! Hey, did you get the cool teleporting?
What teleporting? No. We had to walk.
You got here this quick with Walken?
Alright, no, we had a cart.
Oh. A cart? Even the wagon, even the death wagon couldn't get here this quickly, but we got cool teleporting.
How?
Some guy was like, hey, you're Torgar, right? And I was like, I'm not Torgar, but he's Torgar. And the Torgar was like, yeah, I'm Torgar. And then he was like, do you want to get back home quickly? The front line could do with you. And he was like, no, not really. And the guy was like, yeah, well, you can go anyway. Take 12 friends. And he wish-washed his hand. And we were here. Well, now we're partying. Hey, do you want an ale?
Who was the guy?
I don't know, man. He was told. Elven. I don't trust elves, so I don't ask them their names.
Does that sound familiar to us?
Yeah, it sounds like an elf.
Aside from being told in an elf.
Yeah, pointy ears. Long hair.
Oh.
He was old.
Old.
He wore a clever robe.
Oh, is it that one gay guy?
It had little different things on it. And then, like, he took his patches off and threw them, and things happened. It was cool, man. But he was an elf, so I don't trust him. Didn't ask his name.
He was super sick, really helpful, but he's an elf, so fucking I hope he dies.
Something like that, yeah.
What's his name? Galadriel?
No, don't think so. I didn't ask, though, so maybe.
Oh, okay.
This particular dwarf is at least 12 sheets to the wind. He's sort of slowly rocking as he says this. He's still got you in, like, the headlock. He's still giving you a nuggie as you're talking. Yeah. It's highly uncooperative of him.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't say.
Give me a perception check, anybody who's not Obi. Anybody who might be looking for Starling.
Oh, I'm not.
That's me.
15?
That's me.
15, a 28, and a 27. Lovely. With eagle eyes, Fox and Ashrin look around the tavern and quickly establish Starling is not here.
Oh.
With your 28 and 27, though, you do note that Obi seems to be engaging in not such a balanced conversation with a dwarf.
Well, we might as well talk to Torgar while we're here.
Yeah, I'd like to approach him at the bar.
Welcome, soldier. How's your friend?
He's doing okay, for now.
It's good. Them sisters could help you?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Starling didn't seem very happy with the way they reacted.
Well, not everyone can agree with every decision.
Ain't that the truth?
Are you not in the mood to celebrate with your fellow dwarves?
They are very loud, and they're kind of insisting that I'm going to lead the Dawn Guard and all that sort of stuff. And tragedy doesn't get bypassed that easy. We had a victory, yeah, sure, and it was a good one. We had some fun while we're at it, but you know, life goes on.
Well, forgive me, I've heard many tales of your heroics on the battlefield, but I actually don't know why you left.
I was fired, son.
For what?
Could
the great Torgar possibly be fired over?
Togok is in charge. Torgar is what you're looking for.
Togor could never be fired.
No, indeed.
Togor quits.
My bad.
You may give me an insight check, by the way, Sullivan. As he sort of looks at you.
Is he? No, never mind.
He sort of looks over at you, and it's a long story, you know. No.
I hope not. That's a 19.
Okay. I will tell you what that means shortly. And he says back to you, and he's, I lost a whole company of dwarves.
Oh, no.
Over the border. Bad decision was made. I lost 100. Good men. Great men. Men who'd served beside me for many years. Not like my team here. He gestures towards the Gutbusters. This was a regiment of soldiers. Dawn Guard soldiers. My decision cost them all their lives. He's definitely telling the truth, but there is something a little off about his story. You think that maybe everything that he's saying did happen, but perhaps he wasn't directly fired for it, so to speak.
This happened like 20 years ago, right?
Yeah. It's been,
I was still
20 years
serving
since he was on the
at
front
time.
line. Yeah, the official story was that he was fired. He sort of... Look, it's a sad story, but... in simplicity, we'd made a foray into Shadowveil Downs. And we overextended to try and rescue a small group of soldiers. 10 soldiers who were left over the borders, and I should have left them behind. But instead I committed a unit to try and rescue them, and I lost every one of them to a man. I was the only person in that unit to make it back.
That is a shame, a tragedy. I'm sure they were good men.
Great men.
But they knew what the risks were when they followed you.
Yeah.
And they did so willingly.
Soldiers are willing to die for the cause, that is right. But it's the commander's duty to stop that from happening.
Did you not do everything that you could have?
I made a mistake. I shouldn't have committed the unit at all. So no, I didn't do everything I could have. I could have got it right.
Tensions were high. Sometimes mistakes were made.
You know...
Torgar.
Torgar. We can't change the past. There may have been a mistake in your eyes.
Thanks
and yes, it lost very good men. But that doesn't mean that you can't still make a positive change for the future. And
I've done that already. Put good man in charge. Anvar's a great man, and he's doing well. And he's not made any stupid mistakes like I did.
You made one mistake.
I made many mistakes. That just happened to be the worst one.
But if you don't keep fighting, then they died in vain.
Don't you owe it to them?
Already died in vain. And at this point, Bannock, our little friend with his mohawk, sort of comes up and he puts his arm up on Sullivan's shoulder and says, "Let it rest, man. Let it rest. Come, I'll tell you some tales at that time. Maybe you'll see it from his perspective." And he leads you over. If you will follow him, will you follow him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And Glacius, he'll lead you both over to a table a little way away. He looks over and he's like, "Bard! Calm it down a bit." And Bard's like, "Oh God." And he sits down and begins to sort of just loot it up. And the dwarves, you see those that were sort of dancing around, sort of sense the atmosphere, begin to sit and sort of stare sadly into their empty cups, or refill their cups and sip slowly. And the whole tavern sort of quietens down to the air of a story taker, and you just hear Torgar, "Bah! Enough of this!" And he looks to the tavern keep and says, Another, taking it upstairs." And he grabs another ale and he heads up the stairs to essentially his room.
Oh no, we've pushed him back into alcoholism.
He was already there.
Well, he's a dwarf, so
don't worry about it.
Goes with the territory.
Bannock sort of looks over at you. The match just went grey. Oh, there we go. That was really weird.
Matt just disappeared. Boom.
Welcome back. Bannock sort of sits and rests back and sort of walks forward and backwards a little bit, and you can see he's thinking about where to start. 130 years. Torgar was in charge of the Dawn Guard Knight Defenders for 130 years. His superior, Glacius, back at the city, rarely gave him much direction or order. He was trusted with the defense of Sogravia. Torgar never left a man behind. Never. Stories of his daring rescues of men lost behind enemy battle lines are many and varied. But about 22 years ago, I believe, Regiment 6, 100 dwarves to a man. Torgar commanded human, Goliath, dwarf, elf alike. Everyone respected his words. But he had a special place in his heart for his 2 dwarven regiments and the Gutbusters. And it was them he used in his most daring deeds. Regiment 6. There were 10 of them, humans, stuck behind the enemy lines as we pulled back. The sounds of their dying was terrifying that day. I was with the Gutbusters, and Torgar told us to hold the line, while he led a regiment as a wedge between 2 lines of enemies to retrieve those 10 men. What he didn't tell you is that every one of those 10 men made it back. It is only the dwarves that were lost. It's long been my suspicion that Torgar made a deal with Glacius. That it would be known that he had been fired for his deeds. But he was unfireable. He's the best commander in the land. Nobody would have asked him to step down. Torgar's shame made him step down.
Then how do we get him to see the light? Ain't
that the truth?
Doubt it's something we can do over.
You made a good start, talking to him, reminding him. But duty is what I'll call him. Duty and fear for the land. That's why he came on this mission. He has a lot of respect for Glacius as well. You might speak to him. Obviously, you would both know who Glacius is. Glacius is the leader of the Dawn Guard. He's also the king's brother, I think, or nephew, one of the 2.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna fangirl.
Go
on. Do you know where we'd find him?
Of course. The Dawn Guard headquarters in Bastion.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
I mean,
how silly of me.
Yeah, Glacius is the Commander General. He's the younger brother of King Nerys, and he is just past 500 years old. He is yeah, he's an elf, like the king.
Well, thank you. I think we will heed your advice.
And keep badgering him, no matter what he says. This country needs him.
We know.
That's one thing we're good at.
Right, Bard, pick it up again.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And yeah, the Bard begins to sort of liven it up a little bit, and the dwarves are, "Hey, let's get some more ale in here." And the bartender's like, "Are you aware it's 8:30 in the morning?" And,
oh my god!
And one of the dwarves just sort of looks over. If the night doesn't end, it's not morning.
But it has a. Do you mean if you don't go to sleep, it's not morning?
We're still drinking. We're still partying. It's still night. Let's go. Round on me. And then the other one just turns to him and is like, "You haven't got any money." But regardless, the dwarves start drinking again. Ashrin, during this tale, or prior to this tale, you headed up to the barkeep and asked about Starling. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. He sort of nods, and she wanted her... She sort of nods, sorry. The barkeeper's female. She wanted her quiet. She probably went to the Soldier's Rest.
That's another tavern?
Yeah, this is the Bawdy Tavern that's often hired by the hour. Rooms are hired by the hour, so there's lots of working girls there and such. Bit run down, bit of a mucky place. But Starling went there for quiet. You know how raucous this place was last night.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that a quiet place.
No. But apparently that's where she went.
I will listen to the story and then I will inform everybody else of where Starling is.
Yep. Shadowhunters about turn over and out. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Yeah, you head over across the miserable, rainy Van Hania, and you find your way into into sort of a tavern that looks almost half closed. That's what I was looking for. And as you come in, there's sort of one very tired pipist, just sort of playing in the corner, sort of little bit dozing off. And there's a couple of drunken soldiers still at their tables. There's no sign of any working girls, and behind the bar, two men, very well built, and they seem engaged in conversation. They don't notice you coming in. The tavern's quite large, and there's lots of sort of nooks and areas that go round corners. So you can see why Starling might have come here for some quiet, because if you tuck yourself away far enough, you get quite a lot of privacy.
Is there any, like, front desk?
Then there's a bar.
Are there any shadows?
Behind it are the two men who are just talking to each other. Yeah, there's all sorts of, like, there's corners and bits around it. You can...
Hey guys, look in the shadows. Get a
Did we
flashlight.
see her?
Let's hunt those shadows. No, you don't see her when you first come in.
Guess we'll approach the bar.
As you do so, they sort of look over and... Oh, good morning. There's no breakfast today.
I'm not really here for breakfast. Already ate.
Oh, good. Our delivery didn't arrive, so we've got ale or wine. Or water.
I'm fine. I'm looking for a friend, actually.
Oh, most of the girls have retired for the night.
No, not that kind of friend.
Speak your mind.
I'm looking for Starling.
Isn't that a bird?
We're looking
Elven
for an
woman.
elf.
Yay high.
Likes to
That's a
sit
big
in the
bird.
shadows.
There it is.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Yeah, as you described, Starling. Oh, yeah, she was weird. She paid for 2 rooms and didn't take a man or woman up to either. 72 and 73. Up you go.
Thank you.
Points towards the stairs.
Wild goose chase.
Wild bird chase. As you head up the stairs, the rooms start at 55. Work that one out. There's no rooms before 55. It just keeps on going. And they go up by 10. There's 10 per floor. So you quickly assess that you need to go up to the 4th floor. Or 3rd floor if you're British. I think that's right. I don't know, like ground floor 1, 2, 3, right? Yeah, is how we would do it, but you would do like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. You head up to the floor that has the 70s in it, and you find you find the 2 rooms, and there's like a chair outside the door, and sat in that chair is a very tired-looking human with his head in his hands. He sort of looks up at you, looks down again.
Is in front of the 72 and 73?
Yeah, he's literally between the 2 doors, like sat in front on a chair that does not look like it belongs there. It looks quite heavy. You think it might be a bar chair from downstairs.
Is there anybody not hungover this morning?
He doesn't look hungover, he looks tired. He doesn't reply.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and gently rock him.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Gently rock him. Wake up!
Yeah.
You
Morning,
lost?
sir.
Yeah, good morning.
No, we were actually looking for someone who we believe is staying in one of these 2 rooms.
No one here.
Come on, we both know that that's not true.
Nobody paid me very well to make sure they weren't disturbed.
We're friends of the person who paid you.
Yeah, they said you'd say that.
Well, go and ask them.
Well, we're coming in one way or another.
Now,
Paid good money to make sure they weren't disturbed. So I'm making sure they're not disturbed. Don't anybody say that Jiska doesn't do what he says he'll do.
Dude, you look like you're about to pass out.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I think we could push you over and then that'll be it.
I turn and I knock on door 73.
It better be an emergency! You hear Starling shout from room 72.
We're all dying!
I thought I told you I didn't want to be disturbed, she shouts, and just go, I'm trying!
We're very annoying and persistent.
She opens the door and she takes a small pouch and she puts it in Jiska's hand and goes, you tried.
We're very persuasive.
And she just looks up at, specifically at...
Karina, what's she doing here?
Oh, I haven't even said the whole name! Leave me alone! She looks up at Ashrin.
There we go.
What?
Who's Karina?
Have a good night.
Yeah, great.
Oh.
What do you want?
We wanted to check on you.
I'm fine. And she goes to close the door.
Clearly.
You seem not fine, I say, putting my boot between the door and...
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Come on in then! Come on, everybody! 8's a crowd. And she opens the door to this very small room, which is clearly a brothel room. There is a bed. And she throws herself back on it, puts her hands behind her head and her legs sort of on the bed, leaving no space for any of you to sit on it, and let her... Might as well all come in, shut the door! Come on.
Alright.
Are we
How
all
many
like
times has
stood...
that been said in this place?
Oh god. If these walls could talk, they'd say, at least I'm not the floor.
She walls could talk, they'd be screaming, yeah. That's very true.
Metaphorical line.
She looks at you. Well, come on then. Get on with it, whatever it is.
Mainly, we just wanted to see how you were doing.
Yeah, I told you I'm fine.
What happened? We have this, and I'll show her the piece of paper that has her name crossed out of it.
She sort of looks at it and looks a bit more closely and reaches out for it.
I'll hand it to her.
Kelana risked a lot for this. I was thrown out. Well, sort of. I've been told not to go back for a year. My rights to return had been revoked. But I was still under oath until this. She gestures to the piece of paper. Kailana wants me to help you, I guess. Can't a girl even breathe for 24 hours on her own?
Wait, does this mean that you can speak freely?
It seems so.
How does that work? You took a magical oath, and because your name's crossed out on a piece of paper, it...
The signing in the book is what seals the magic. If the page isn't there, the magic isn't there.
Wait, so does that mean that every other name on that list now don't have to follow that oath as well?
I assume that most of them weren't elves.
Ah.
She's implying they're dead.
Ah. Oh, no. If the dead could talk.
I I think death releases us from our bond anyway, but I'm not going to test it.
No,
I suppose you could try it on you soon. She nods towards Zavra.
Jesus.
She never claimed to be nice!
We're looking at one dead person, we don't need more.
How do I, in character, say, tell us everything you know?
Would you mind spilling the beans?
If we're talking over breakfast. And you're paying.
Okay.
I hope she's not looking at me when she says that.
She looked at a lot
charity.
of you. She is charity right now. She gets up and she reaches under the bed and pulls out 3 bottles, each of which is empty, and she sort of puts them to the side. She pulls out a 4th, which is full. She swishes it around, nods to herself, sort of almost in pleasure, and then she sort of thinks for a moment, takes a big swig, puts it in her bag. Cloak on. She straps on sort of 8 or 9 daggers, her bow, her sword, her hand crossbow. She sort of, all right, we're going to the Armistice Arms. Come on.
Yeah.
And she strides through you all and begins to head out.
I'm starting to think that this war-torn country has an addiction problem. Everyone seems to be very happily drinking very early in the morning.
You would too.
As you say this, she sort of turns to you and...
Oh, no, I did not say that
okay.
in character.
Because she would have turned to you and said, it's still night if you haven't stopped partying.
Oh my god, not that again.
She's good friends with the Ghostbusters. But she will lead you
yeah,
to...
I can see she fits right in.
She will lead you to the Armistice Arms. The Armistice Arms is a sort of very elegant building. And standing outside are 2 very alert men, both slightly over 6 foot tall, and with elven ears. You think they're probably half elves. They're very well armed, and they both nod to you all and good morning, and open the doors for you. These double oaken doors that are sort of got sort of scroll work around them. And as you head in onto a plush red carpet, and you see a very sort of old style bar with quiet tables separated out. At a few of the tables you see singular or 1 or 2 people sat at tables eating breakfast. There is a man standing upon a plinth in front of the fireplace, and at the moment he's mid-speech, and he's reading off a list of names, and after that he says, may they rest in peace and be honoured for their country. In other news, recently, so-and-so has been elected to the second heir to House Montebruche, and he starts he's basically telling the news to everyone there, and the place is quite hush. You just hear little sort of the clink of cutlery and glasses, and after a short while, a halfling comes up to you, takes a deep bow, and sort of, good morning, can I be of assistance? And Starling, breakfast to 8, please. Of course. Come with me, and leads you round to a sort of private area where there is a table. It's actually set for 10, and he very quickly and delicately begins clearing away 2 places. Will the group be drinking coffee, tea, wine, ale?
Coffee.
A tea for me, please, but no food.
Coffee, tea,
Coffee black.
wine. Starling says, coffee, tea, wine, ale, and water will be provided. Please take a seat. Breakfast.
Morning wine for me, please. You've only been once.
Well, she's implied that she'll bring ewers or what are they called? Carafes of everything.
Excellent.
And tells you to be sat, and breakfast will be served shortly.
Yum.
And
thank you.
sort of as each of you gets to your chair, the chair pulls out for you. And
wow, good service here.
And then once you're sat in, the chair sort of scoops you in. As specifically Obi, you get to your chair. The chair sort of goes doop, 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 and shrinks down a little bit as you put your hand on it. And then once you're sat in it, it sort of goes boop, 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 and raises you back up to the table level. And then very slowly the seat just rises a little bit. Like it's trying to be unnoticeable, but it lifts you to the point at which you can rest your arms neatly on the table. Callum, you experience the same in like a smaller sense. It doesn't do it quite as drastically. and specifically Glacius, I think, and Fox probably. When you take a seat in your chair, the seat just lowers slightly. It tries to do it evenly on every side so as you don't feel like you've weighed it down, but instead it's accommodating you. But basically you find that each of you is very easily able to rest your arms upon the table. Starling sort of puts one boot up on the table. Luxury at last. Ha. So, you want to know everything, I guess. But what is everything?
Nothing.
I still have loyalty to the Sisterhood. What do you need to know? What do you want to know?
What do you think is relevant?
To what? To Zavel's survival? I think you probably know everything you need to.
Oh, good.
To the future of the Sisterhood. To survival of Sogravia. I mean, come on, be specific. Like, I've been with them since their incarnation. I've got a lot of knowledge. What sort of thing do you want to know?
It's hard to ask what we don't know.
Is it? Do you want names? Do you want to know more about why they operate, how they operate? Do you want to know about what's going to happen to me? Or I'm gonna.
Yeah, what is going to happen to you?
Yeah, we're actually very worried about that.
Yeah, they'll probably send an assassin or two. A couple of members of the Sisters.
Really?
Yeah, there's enough rivalry between the 7 that at least 1 or 2 of them will see to do away with me. They wanted me banished forever or punished with death. Whereas the others, you know, were more lenient. Kailana, of course, didn't want anything to happen to me at all. So they like to get their own way, the 7. They're used to getting their own way in their regular day. So it's hard for them to imagine not getting their own way outside of the 7.
Where did the princess fall on that line?
She goes to ask you a question, and then sort of... I assume that Solara veered on the side of kindness. It may be her that suggested the year banishment. She's fair as that one, but I'm not really privy to each one of their decisions. But we'll know pretty soon if an Aarakocra turns up to kill me. At least then I'll know one.
Who does he work for?
That guy.
One of the 7 is an Aarakocra. He trusts only his own kind.
Oh,
I like him.
Mama's house.
We make it to 6.
Yeah, let's carpet Mama's house.
Can we make it to 6?
Oh, I openly agree. Yeah, if
my go-to
Aarakocra
thread.
comes, then I will not stand for it.
If they send an assassin after me, it's either foolishness on their part or it's going to be very dangerous for all of us.
It's alright, we have a master fighter with us. He'll protect us.
Who's that?
He'll be right here any moment.
Did we get a new party member and I didn't know?
Yawning dragonborn.
At this moment, a line of men and women come out. There's about 7 of them. And they're all holding multiple trays. Each one of these trays is covered in silver, in sort of silver domes, and they begin sort of laying it all out across the table. There are 3 different types of eggs: scrambled, poached, and fried. There are hash browns, roast potatoes, and mashed potatoes, sort of like it's like fried mash. As well as some sort of mashed potato that contains various bits of vegetables. There are cold meats and cheeses. There are cooked meats, sausages, what appears to be pheasant, you think, possibly. There are tiny little birds that are cooked in one place with a poached egg right next to them, a very small poached egg. You think that's quail with poached quail egg. There's all these sort of different condiments get lined up along the side. Various pickles are laid out. And then there's this sort of huge fruit bowl. There is various large there's an egg salad over there. There's at the other end there's a cheese salad. And then this large gentleman comes out and begins to serve each of you a plate. And this tiny little bread roll. I mean, it's sort of like you can barely pick it up, tiny. And as it's on your plate, it starts to slowly rise on the plate in front of your eyes. He sort of takes a little bow and... it is our pleasure to serve you this morning. Welcome. Is there anything that any of you require? And at this moment, there are 2 halflings going around serving wine, ale, water, coffee, and tea. As well as there is a glass jug of fruit juice on the table.
I'll be starting with the wine.
Yeah, I mean, he just asked you if there's anything else you require apart from what's been served.
No, thank you very much, though.
Oh, very well. Thank you. Enjoy your stay, of course. So they're at either end of the table and in the middle. If you wish, and he gestures over towards a little sort of area on the other side, there is sort of like chili flakes and some other strange condiments that you might use if you're feeling a bit weird, that seem to be used for dinner, but if you want them for breakfast, you may. And with that, he takes a bow, and absolute privacy is your privilege in the Armistice Arms. And as he leaves, they sort of shut the doors away, and those of you magically attuned will note the dampening of magical silence upon the doors.
A good touch.
Wow, this is a great establishment.
Anyway, just you wait till you see the bill.
Food.
She sort of smiles.
I'm working on my Yelp review right now.
Yeah, and
they locked me in a room.
Yeah, they'll probably send an assassin after me. We'll be prepared for that. Apart from
That's
that,
good.
Well, assuming
at least you know they're coming.
Stand for it.
Yeah, it's usual practice to send 2, and if they both fail, it's accepted that I'm meant to live.
So there's protocol for this kind of thing.
Let's just say that I've been on the other side of the agreement.
Cool.
2 very different responses. Son of a... kind of, yeah, go you.
Very much just like, yeah, that's expected. I'm not surprised.
Were you responsible for some of the other people that were on the list?
Not my specific list, no. I don't really like to keep remembering their names.
Sure, I'm sure the guilt would weigh you down.
No. Just, it's a lot of names, you know?
Insight check?
If you remember.
That actually seems...
yeah, go ahead, give me an insight check.
Sullivan bites his tongue and just takes a sip of his tea.
23.
Yeah, she seems to be being very honest.
Of course she is, because she's evil.
Sullivan's just like, you kill anybody, you're evil.
When you look at her, though, although she's like, you know, it's many names, she brushes it off as very casual. You can see she doesn't think... how to put it? She's not as cold-hearted as she's appearing. So maybe they do weigh on her in some way. But she definitely does try not to remember their names. Yeah. That's a better way of putting it. Oh, man, this sausage is really good. You should try some. Sort of. She begins sort of grabbing a couple more off the plate.
Yeah, I'm digging in as well.
I'm sure you had other questions. Did you? No?
We were
Yeah,
just here to
guys,
make
what were
sure
your
that
questions?
you were okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear either of those. Michaela?
No, I was just asking if we had any other questions.
No, I'm sure I can think
I have
of
a
more in
question.
time.
Obi?
For everything you've done for the Sisterhood, how can they just kick you out?
Broke the rules. It's how they maintain themselves. Strict rules.
A bad leader.
Maybe.
A good leader doesn't know when to follow rules. A good leader knows when you need to break the rules.
Looking.
She sort of sits back, and I like your thinking, Obi, but when you've got a large organization that operate in complete secrecy, rules need to be pretty strict. The Sisterhood was established to eradicate the Shadowveil and to prevent their incursion into Sogravia. That is it. That is their only goal. They're not there to pander to politics. They're not there to pander to individuals. They are there to prevent the Shadowveil from infiltrating this Sogravia. And to that end, they have strict rules. Go on.
Why would they send assassins over people who are vowed to secrecy?
Aha, there's a flaw in their plan.
Sorry, why are they sending assassins after her?
If there's people who are vowed to secrecy, why would they send assassins after them if all they care about is Sogravia when they know that the people can't talk anyway?
Because the oath is not foolproof, and she holds up that piece of paper with her name crossed out. They'll find this. Not to mention there are other ways of exposing them without speaking so simply.
Write them down on paper.
No, that doesn't work. Experience the same problems, but for example, if I was to go to the residence of one of the seven, and expose certain Sisterhood methods, most of them have secret ways of getting to and from the Sisterhood Sanctuary. The location of the Sisterhood Sanctuary could be revealed, for example. I could take somebody else there, like I took you. I can still be a threat. It's underground, under the Carthan Mountains.
Shit. So I was right when I said we were near Carthan last time.
Well, I don't know precisely where. I've never been through the main door, but I think you can get there from the sea. So it's probably more likely it's over this side. But it's under the mountain somewhere.
Oh.
I know it was excavated by magic. Yeah, under the giants. That's
it
about
all
right.
comes together.
I don't think they use the front doors anymore. I think everybody gets there by magic, but I'm not sure.
What do you plan on doing now?
Well, until I was rudely interrupted this morning, I planned on drinking, killing a couple of assassins, finding a couple of nice-looking men and women to sleep with, exercising my right to freedom, going for a swim in the River Dervin, you know, like living free.
Wait, so you went from being a part of a group that's trying to help fix what's going on in the world, and now just because you've left, you're now like, screw what's happening with the world?
You summed that up pretty perfectly, yeah. My help's not wanted, my help's not wanted.
That just because they don't need your help doesn't mean that the rest of the country doesn't.
Nah, well, what's one elf gonna do?
You could do a great many things.
Like swim in the River Dervin.
No, like
Where's I going to do that? Oh. What am I going to do? Go die on the front lines? Like, how boring.
No,
how
I never said that.
I could ride around in shining armor on a white horse and start telling people what to do. Would that be a good start?
That depends on what you were telling them to do.
Oh. So what should I do, knight in shining armor?
You could help us.
Am I not here?
You could stop feeling sorry for yourself.
At that, she looks quite angry and goes quiet.
To be fair, considering my current circumstances, I could do with all the help I could get.
If you want to go into Mistralia, there are people to speak to. I've done it before. Old scouts. I can give you names, directions.
Ooh, now we're talking. Yes, please.
Beat Calamus while everyone else is depressed.
I don't know why you guys are in such sour moods. Callum's just eating his dinner and pulling out his notepad.
Dude,
I mean,
this
breakfast,
is your second breakfast. This is your
I
second
was up
breakfast.
all night,
good one.
you know, doing work, so this is dinner for me.
So this is your third dinner then?
No, your breakfast, Glacius, was supper, and this is dinner.
Oh, okay. But you had dinner last night.
You foodies,
That
you
was
never
lunch.
stop eating, do you?
My
That
goodness.
was lunch.
It just burns up in my internal furnace.
So anyway, she will tell you that the person that you want to speak to more than anyone else is Callus. Callus is the Venture General of the Dawn Guard. He's otherwise known as Nightstep, and he's legendary for his forays into Australia. Everyone should speak to Callus before going into Australia. You'll find them at Kvatch.
Oh, perfect.
The other problem is, considering my situation, do not believe I can go into the
No, you'll die. Well, sort of a slow and painful death. More to the point, you won't be able to come back, and you'll die if you come back. So yeah, you're pretty useless to your friends right now.
Ideal.
You could also speak to Bern and Vorken, but that could be difficult. Don't tell them you're my friend. They're Venture Knight captains. No, they're Aarakocras.
Bad blood.
Oh no. Okay.
They are,
I take back my carpet bombing statement.
but they'll be in Van Hania somewhere. You can find them. The
What were their
Aarakocra
names
are
again?
notoriously loyal to their own kind. Bern and Vorkan. Putting them in chat for you.
Perfect.
In fact, I think if I do this, it might give you...
That's the city we're in now.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, there's a physical description for them as well. And lastly, if you can find her, you might want to speak to Yen. She's the last of the Venture Knight captains. The Dawn Guard might not always be have their heads screwed on straight, but they know more about Mistrali than anyone else. Well, almost anyone else. There's a couple of others you might talk to. Rumors are a man came back from living in the Shadowveil lands for many years.
Yeah, we got him. Really?
Yeah. What you don't know is where you might find him. He's staying with... Sorry, I need their names. Bear with. He's staying with a noble family in Carthon. Also, I heard most recently. Oh, what the hell is that?
It's a motorcycle. Run! The Aarakocras are coming.
It is... he's staying with the Raynhams in Carthon. It's spelled Rainham. He's staying with the Raynhams. There is one other group of people you might speak to that pass freely across the border into Australia and back. But
The Drow?
yes. I don't know how well they'd
Ooh,
receive
that
you.
was spooky.
There are entrances to the Underdark by the River Dervin's entry into the mountains over here. And in the Greenwoods. Fox and Ashran, I'm pretty sure both of you would know where the Underdark entrance is in the Greenwood. How you'll be received in the Greenwood. So just sort of over there somewhere.
You know a forest by our house?
Yeah, it's nowhere near your house. Yeah, it's very far to the west. But yes, there is an entrance to the Underdark there, but obviously she's got no idea how you'd be received. Taking a surface elf with you is a terrible idea. She's referring to herself, but, you know, obviously you guys as well might want to leave all elves behind. They're trafficking gold.
They won't see me, it's fine.
That's true. That's actually true.
Yeah.
Hiding from people who sense heat instead of light is quite difficult.
Gloomstalker?
I go by traditional drow rules. They don't rely on dark vision. They use infrared vision. They see heat.
Whoa, cool.
That's how they've ruled in Forgotten Realms. It's only different in D&D because
it makes sense.
in 5th edition they decided to scrap that. But any previous edition, you'll find that the
it
drow
doesn't
do
make
not
sense.
use dark vision. Because you need light to see in dark, weirdly.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
Some amount of light. It can be almost minimal, but it has to be some amount of light.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't trust them at all. That being said, they could be your best bet.
Great.
Wait, we know a guy who knows the drow.
Do we?
Yeah, that shady trader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the trader dude. What's his name?
Yeah, you do.
The one who got us the really good weed.
I'm pulling it up.
Callahan?
Yep, he is.
That sounds
Rocket
right.
Sunderdale?
Callahan. That's...
Rocket Sunderdale.
I believe he knows the drow very well. Yes, Kev Callahan, based in Centrepoint.
Well, now we got leads.
She sort of looks and... You thinking about going into Mistralia?
Hell yeah.
Well, we have to.
We need to.
Take me with you.
We have to save that. Oh, you want to go? Okay.
It's on the bucket list.
Thank you. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, there aren't many things that I'm still willing to try for the purpose of the sisterhood, but I owe Kailana my life many times over. If she wants me to help you, then I owe that to her. Don't think I'm doing it because I like you. And she stares at Sullivan as she says that.
I don't need you to like us. I don't need you to like me.
I don't.
I just need you to do the right thing. I just need you to do the right thing, and you are, and I'm grateful.
Has anyone ever told you you're really boring?
I tell him that like every day.
We tell him that every day.
I'm fine with that.
How do you put up with yourself?
Interesting thing.
Interesting? You find your dying interesting? You're like Nella Eve. You Vidalkins are weird.
Do you not find it at least a little bit strange and interesting? I mean,
That you've got a plane of the shadow inside you? A piece of the plane of shadow inside you? No, that's not interesting. That's absolutely terrifying and vaguely amusing.
It is both of these.
You find it funny then?
Funny is not interesting. Vidalkins are weird. They'll study everything.
Funny.
Ugh.
Listen, when it's happening to somebody else, it is pretty...
Can you do me a favour, though? Like, when we finish this long chat and you've paid the bill.
Yeah.
Until we're going to Mistralia, let me drink in peace.
And if you ever get bored of paying for a room, we have extras.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, hang out with the goblins.
Yeah, but...
They are quite cool. They are quite cool, although I'm not eating Thick Skull's cooking ever again. That soup nearly killed me.
That soup? I helped.
That's some
No,
that soup
she was there before you told him to combine the water and the
I'm
the
sorry
food.
about that. I can guarantee you he's better at it now.
I burnt my tongue on the hot water and then I had to eat dry soup.
I told him he now knows that the water needs to be in the soup for it to be soup. Dry food.
Every day's a school day.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why Starling would say that, but fuck it. Every day's a school day, apparently.
All right. Thanks for the... Oh, we're paying. Never mind. I'm not going to thank her for the meal.
There's one thing you
Thank
didn't
our
ask,
wallet.
and I got a lot of respect for that, but I'm inclined to give you one name at least.
Of? 7?
Are you sure that's safe?
I mean, she's already has assassins after.
Just don't repeat it. His name is Caracas. He disappeared mysteriously from being the Venture General a while back. No, not Venture General, sorry, from a Venture Knight Captain. There were 3 of them, there's now only 2. He's a nasty piece of work, but he hates the Shadowveil more than anything else.
Seen Eric Coco?
Mm-hmm.
How do you view your chances?
Oh, if he comes? Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. Give me an insight check. She's, showing something in her posture.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Oh!
She's definitely not scared of him. She is scared of one of the assassins they might send.
Which one?
well, considering that you
Said
saved,
Torgar.
considering that you have, quite frankly, saved my life, though it's not
It's
entirely
Torgar.
saved yet.
Dude.
I'll be fine.
If you need the extra pair of hands.
I'll be fine.
Especially-
A certain wizard was looking out for me. The Gutbusters have been moved to Van Harnia. I couldn't be safer than with him.
Sure.
Okay. Well, the offer always stands on the table.
She looks at you and sort of, in almost a condescending sweet light, and maybe you should focus on keeping yourself safe. I don't think you're going to be protecting me.
Oh.
Standing on his high chair, going brop brop. Yeah. So she's given you the name of the fourth member of the seven, but the other three have been left a mystery for now. Any other questions?
Is this other member of the seven also an Aarakocra?
Which one? What?
The one that you just gave us.
Yeah.
Told us about.
That's what she said. He was the third Aarakocra of the Venture Knight captains. Yen, who she told you to speak to, was promoted in his place.
So is it all Aarakocra? What's going on?
The Venture Knights are almost all Aarakocra because having wings is really, really helpful when scouting in the Mistralia. So this is probably a time for a little lesson on what the Dawn Guard structure is. Knights Ventures are the scouts. These soldiers almost always act as solos or groups of 3 and are renowned for their scouting missions into enemy territory. There are many tales about them. They're the fewest in number in the Dawn Guard and have the highest death rate. Here is a paste from the website for you to read through if you wish. So both Bern and Vorken, who she told you about, and I've closed the document. Did anybody write down the name when I gave you the name of the man in the 7?
Damn, I was just about to ask.
Caracas.
Caracas, yeah, there you go.
Caracas.
Caracas was the third
Perfect.
member. So he's an Aarakocra. She will tell you that he is the only Cockra. Only Cockra. He's an only Cockra. Not an Aarakocra, but an only Cockra.
He did what with this crap?
He is the... Why is it Rocky telling me that? Yes, anyway. He is the only Aarakocra on the 7. You've met one of his right-hand men already.
No,
yes.
That guy.
Yes. But she doesn't know that, so she doesn't tell you who it is. She's not the DM. But yeah, she doesn't offer to tell you the name of the other 3 of the 7.
Okay. Well, we know more than half of them. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Not very good for a secret organization.
No.
Well, they did hire, so.
Yeah. And you are sworn to secrecy, right? You can't tell anyone else.
Yep.
Man, I'm stuffed. Is anyone using that? And she gestures towards the ewer of the carafe of wine at the end of the table.
Go at
Damn
it.
right I am.
Oh, Zappo.
Okay, listen,
Pour yourself a glass and pass it this way.
Yep.
And she seems to forego the glass and just starts drinking from the carafe. I guess it's time for the bill.
Yeah.
And this is where we bankrupt ourselves.
She dings the bell, and
it's gonna be really hard.
that gentleman comes in and he sort of makes his large bow. Can I be of assistance? And she says, yes, I'd like to have a room for tonight, with lunch and dinner included, and then the bill, the bill for breakfast and that together, please.
Excuse me?
And he sort of nods his head and he thinks for a moment, and then he sort of gestures with his hand, and appearing in it is a piece of paper which he begins to write on, or a piece of parchment, I guess, and then he looks around the table, seeing who wants the bill,
I'll take it.
Okay, he hands it to Glacius. It is 7,400 gold.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad as I
thought. And he sort of nods his head. And,
all right.
Thank you for your patronage.
My goodness.
7,000, you said?
Starling tosses you a little pouch.
1 gold.
No. There's 1,500 gold in it. She says, I didn't ask you to pay for the room. So you can pay 5,900 stuff. I see your face working on that.
Out the 7,000, god damn it.
7,400 out, 1,500 back in. Happy days, easy math.
Cost all that gold.
Thanks, guys.
Perfect.
I was expecting you to say like 20,000,
No.
so that's why I was just like, oh, 7,000. That's chump change.
Is it? I don't know how much money you guys
Still
have.
feels like a lot.
We
had
had
47.
Oh, good. Well,
Now
I'm just
we have
rounding
50.
for you.
We left with more. We're leaving with more.
Right,
money
I see you
than
with
we had
55,000.
Wait, did I math wrong? I probably did.
I think you've taken it off twice.
Nope, added it back twice.
Ah, yeah.
Did I? Probably.
That's what it says
someone
right
else.
now.
Well, someone else can fix that because I'm.
Just make it 44,456.
44,400.
Yeah, there we go. That looks about right.
What gold? What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, he's looking at his pouch. He's like, I've got 84 gold. What is it? What's going on? This is not democracy.
That's actually accurate.
I know. I've got your character sheet open.
I'm broke.
You have like 200.
Oh no, you've got 222. Somebody else had 84.
I have
I have 49,
730.
No, you don't. That's
Yeah.
charity money. That doesn't count as your money.
I suppose that's true. It's for the orphans.
Thanks for breakfast, guys. And I know I can be a grouch, but thanks for checking on me.
What?
Maybe wait to visit our house until after you've ditched the assassins. Just
Oh, of course. I'm gonna stay with
no
the Gutbusters.
casualties.
Don't worry about it. I appreciate the offer, but if I stop by, it'll be for a night. That's all.
Sullivan's just like, ugh. Feel free to stay in his room if you do.
Assassinate the assassin.
Well, here's my guess at who you're looking for.
All right.
And she will give you a description of a bald-headed elf. He has tattoos all over his head. And his hands are dyed red. That's who she thinks they'll send after him.
Oh, edgy motherfucker, okay.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes out for that person, I guess.
And warn me if he's coming. Don't try and attack him. He pays tribute to a god that I wouldn't want to fight with. Or a lord, I guess is a better way of putting it. A lord.
He's just 3 goblins in a trench coat this whole time.
But yeah, as she gestures for you to head out, what's the plan? Are we going to get ourselves a taxi to the Giants? To Carthon?
We do head out.
Or do you
Well,
now
we have
wish
some
to speak to
here.
people in... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if there's people here already.
Who is it that we have to speak to here?
The Arakakra. Burn and
potentially Yen as well. She may or may not be here. She's difficult to find. Yeah.
Do we... It's just a thought, but do we want to talk to everybody about the whole Mistralia thing now, or before we plan on going in there? I mean, essentially, we're going to be getting the same information no matter what, but since, we'd be asking about it and then potentially going in, like a couple months.
Might as well get the information now.
Alright. It was just a thought.
Takes a while for us to go. We might as well. We could always ask again, but
it's true.
Yeah.
Plus, some of the information we might get we then might need to do other things as well that tie into it. So maybe it's best to do it now.
Oh yeah, they might have quests we have to go do so we can get.
Exactly.
Quest. Speaking of, where's that master fighter you guys mentioned?
Still waiting for him to show up.
Can't wait to meet him.
Us too. So to the giants, or to the guy who just came out of the Shadowhunters?
Well, both of them we have to go to the same place, so...
Okay, then let's go do the giants. I want to hit things.
Ready for now when I hit.
Not in character. I didn't say that in character, obviously.
It felt like character.
Never.
Not hitting the
I
giant.
just heard. I
He
think.
doesn't like hitting things, surely.
No, Sullivan, or Josh, remember, the Dawn Guard are perfectly able to hit the giants until they stop moving.
It's
the
Furion Guard.
It doesn't matter, but they're both good at hitting.
It matters to
things until
them.
they Stop moving. But we're there to talk the giants down, not kill them, because
Guys,
that hasn't been working.
I don't want to tell you what to do, but about 2 seconds ago, the plan was to go and speak to the Aarakocra. Did we just bypass that, or? Yeah.
No, no.
Okay. So what you're doing is heading to the Dawn Guard barracks. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And you
Let's
are
do
greeted.
that.
You are greeted
Before-
by a friend. Go on. You're not greeted by a friend
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. Before like leaving, can I stick back? I just have like a question for Starling that I don't want others hearing.
Everybody files out. Nobody really notices Fox hasn't followed. They're engaged in this frantic argument whether it's the Dawn Guard or Furion Guard that hired them for the giants that they're not going to see yet, and you're not meant to be hitting.
We're not supposed to hit them, unfortunately.
What do you
Yeah.
hang back for, Fox?
Starling, the princess on the
Council? 7?
yeah council. Yeah. What would the best way if someone needed to get in contact with her be?
That's not an easy one. You either visit the Sisterhood, or you visit the Palace in Zorenia. Or wherever else she happens to be at the time. She's quite the adventurous kind. I can't really offer you much more advice than that. She's difficult to pin down. She likes it that way, I think.
Well, just the little that you said is enough. Thank you.
No problem. And she goes back to eating and drinking at the table, letting you leave. And as you guys head over to the Dawn Guard barracks, you are greeted by somebody you know pretty well.
Torgar.
As the doors open, Anvar is currently in the middle of berating a tiny young soldier. He looks to be about 4'8", and he's sort of withering and getting shorter as Anvar's sort of yelling at him, "What do you think you were doing?" You know, sort of like really railing into him.
Ah, yes, the perfect soldier.
What are you doing?
That was the first line I read as he was yelling at him.
Yep.
Yes, perfect. I hope we're not intruding.
Well, the two guards on the door sort of like, "Good day, welcome. If you're bringing visitors in, you need to register them at the desk." And then like Anvar is just screaming his head up behind you. He's just sort of shouts over, "No, let them in! You're an idiot! Did you hear that?"
Oh, good.
And with that, he goes full Gordon Ramsay, like he's like picking up pieces of bread, putting it on the side of the guy's head. "You're an idiot sandwich!" And just like absolutely railing into him.
Anvar, he couldn't have done anything that crazy.
What did he do?
This
Unless he
idiot.
like blew up a town.
No, it is far worse than that.
Uh-oh.
And he sort of shows him out. Out! Don't come back, ever. That idiot was the quartermaster's assistant. Now he's jobless, thank God. He just had the entire stores for this month delivered to the wrong city.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that why no one has breakfast?
Yeah, that's why nobody has breakfast. What on earth would the frontline supplies be doing in Justern?
Wow. Quite a whoopsie.
He sort of lets out a little chuckle as you say that. Quite a whoopsie. I like that.
That's a big old ooh.
That's all right.
Stinky.
He was only employed because his parents are important. Anyway, what can I do for you?
We have to go talk to the where are the names?
Yes, we're looking
Venture the Venture Knight captains.
Well, 2 of them are out on duty at the moment, soldier. Burns out of Australia, and I don't know when Yen will be back, but Vorken's in residence.
Vorken. Perfect.
Well, he was one of the 3 we needed, so.
Upstairs, 4th room on the left.
1 out of 3.
He's a late sleeper.
Thank you. Let's go wake him up.
Wake up! Boom, boom, boom.
Time to start the day already.
You head up the stairs straight away. Knock on the door. Okay. And as the door opens, a couple of you are going to recognize this Aarakocra, as you had a lovely conversation with him in the Sisterhood halls.
Oh no!
Jesus
it's this
Christ.
one.
He looks over and he sort of smiles, and if Aarakocra can smile. Oh. Hi. I said I'd be watching you, but you're making it very easy.
You know what? I think we don't need your help. I think we'll go to the other 2.
Oh, you came to me for help. How quaint. What can I help you with? Please. A man of assistance and service. Perhaps you'd like to come down to my office, take a seat. And he gestures a wing down the corridor. As he leads you down the corridor, and in Sullivan, can you give me an insight check with advantage? And Glacius too, please.
Oh,
cool.
That's an 18.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, what is that? Okay. That is a 17.
Okay. Both of you are well aware that whatever this is, it isn't his office. But he gestures for you to take seats, and he sits himself at the desk and looks over at you. So, you're in dire need of help, I'm assuming. Must be dire if you came to me. What can I do for you?
Well, we didn't know we were coming to you.
I mean, first of all...
Oh, how devastating for you.
Yeah, it's devastating for all of us here. But anyways, we have to... We were, you know, the whole thing with him.
Yeah, you already know.
With Mistralia.
You've decided to sacrifice yourselves on behalf of your friend. Wonderful. Traveling in Australia is incredibly dangerous, so you prepared to die?
We're in the process of
prepared to be not a dick?
Does Ovi say that? Beautiful. He sort of looks over, and you hear his claws sort of scrape across the desk, or talons scrape across the desk as he moves his hand over, and he looks at you and... Cute. So, if you're traveling to Australia, the first thing is to know is that the ground is always difficult. It cracks and ruptures at various different points.
It's difficult terrain. Okay.
It's often there are often tremors within the earth that can cause great disruption to those who travel. And then he sort of looks disdainfully down at you on foot.
Well, that's the only way we can, so...
Yes. Your limitations are not your own fault, I suppose.
Okay, bird.
Please, we need his help.
The air is...
There's 2 others we could go talk to, Sullivan.
The air is toxic to most humankind. There are certain tinctures and treatments that can be prepared in advance. If I'm honest, I don't actually know what they are, but I do know that Yen is the best maker of them we have. You would want to speak to her if you're traveling to Australia. She is, actually. And very well respected. He sort of nods, and other than that, the area is near unmappable. Borders move, walls, terrain moves. Even the mountains seem to move. So you'll be relying on your wits for directions. Time passes differently there. The plane of shadow drains from you very quickly. You'll think you've been there for days when you've been there for only hours. It is difficult to sleep without the Shadowveil infiltrating your mind, leaving you with dreams and thoughts you'd rather stay away from.
Do you have any knowledge of working around these issues?
Strong mind.
Demon's time.
Sorry, I didn't. There were multiple things said. What did you say, Duff?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. Let's.
There's
a lot of. It's a big lore dump, so let's be careful with how much we speak over the top. Yeah. So, sorry, you asked Sullivan if he had any ways around things. In terms of the dreams, only a strong mind is your protection, as far as I know.
Shit.
And he gestures towards Callum and says, "I don't know about auto-gnomes, but the one Warforged I know crossed the border experienced very frightening mental effects."
Oh, cool.
So
That was specific because of what he was.
Or he just still experienced the same
they
level.
were. It was worse for him.
Oh,
We lost him on the second day to insanity.
Oh. Callum, let's not...
But
Don't worry.
from
I
what
lost
I
my
understand,
mind
your
long ago.
process is less traumatic than that of a Warforged. So maybe it'll be different
Exactly.
Let's hope so.
for you. In terms of the terrain, map it as you go. Teleportation doesn't always work how you'd like it to. On that note, magic doesn't always work how you'd like it to. You need to be careful and sparing of any magic. And if you take metal weapons, make sure you take backups. Even magical weapons are known to deteriorate in those lands.
Sounds like a thoroughly pleasant place.
It's awful. And yet, it's where our enemy remains. To understand our enemy, you have to understand the place they live. They are unyielding, ever-changing, incredibly competent, and very dangerous. Yes, Fox? You gave a face. No, you good?
Not related to the conversation.
Okay, cool, right. That's fine. Like, yeah.
I'm reading chat.
Right,
Well,
I see.
I said that because he said that magic and weapons have issues. So if we all multi-class into monk, our fists won't be an issue.
Oh, so our 1d4 fist will be... Yeah.
Well, if our weapons deteriorate, we'll be punching people anyway. At least let them be magical.
Your best bet is to
What did you say about...
if confronted with enemies, your best bet is to flee. Sorry.
Okay.
What did you say?
Oh, well, did he say something specific about casting spells?
He said that magic doesn't always work how you would want it to, and you should use it as sparingly as possible.
What about if...
Where's that?
It doesn't always behave how you wish it to. It can have strange side effects. I don't indulge in magic myself, but those who've travelled with us have experienced all sorts of unusual, aberrant occurrences.
What about magic, like items that have like magical story?
They usually bear up quite well. I don't like you.
I know.
But I do respect
Okay.
that travelling to
Same.
Mistralia. I do respect that travelling to Mistralia on behalf of a friend, it requires courageous souls or idiocy. I think you lie on the former. You know that your friend won't be able to travel with you, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
Which friend?
Zavril.
Bro,
Giant one.
Obi's in his teenage phase. He's just
Zavril can't come to
angsty.
Mistralia?
Yeah, you were told this last week.
No.
If Zavril goes to Mistralia, he will never be able to return because he will rely on something within the Shadowveil lands to sustain him, keep him alive. Slaves that have been captured or rescued from Mistralia have died in Sogravia.
Shit.
Yeah.
Or Zavril.
Means
When
another
you
character will
said-
be needed.
Yes, mechanically, you will get a character.
What do you mean another character, Zavril?
Zavril
Well, he
becomes
needs another
self-aware.
person, obviously. He looks at the camera.
When you say magic can work in different ways. Is that directly related to how powerful the magic is?
More powerful magic
If it
seems
was-
to struggle more.
Oh dear.
Okay.
No meteor storm.
I can't. I don't know how else to describe to you that you roll on the wild magic table, and it depends on the level of your spell how bad how the effects can be.
Oh my god, if there was ever a time to be a warlock to
Yeah.
just Eldritch Blast, this campaign would be it.
I just wanted to know if my hunter's mark was about to fireball my party.
Might
Maybe.
do. It's possible.
It could do.
I do.
Or it might
So it's a
Hunter's Mark
possibility.
us.
Yes.
Now I
but,
know.
as a first level
magic
spell,
that
probably
isn't-
not.
What about magic that isn't to attack? Like, if I'm in trouble and need to dimension door, can I do that?
Well, he told you specifically teleportation really doesn't work how you'd want it to.
Shit.
Yeah.
Instead of going left, you go right.
No,
might be inside a
he sort of
tree.
looks at you and it is not a matter for laughter. I had a friend who misty stepped himself into solid rock.
Oh God.
Oh my god, that doesn't mean laugh again.
This is an out of
So he got
This is
stoned.
an out of character.
He did get stoned! On that note,
Oh my God.
on that note,
Melted with sound.
he sort of looks at you and taps his, he looks at you and claps.
Very
It's like,
funny.
good
He looks
right?
at
joke.
you
Good
and
joke,
taps his
yeah.
talons on the table. Was there anything else?
Yes. We need your help. You need to be nicer to Starling.
You can see yourselves out. With that, he gets up and he walks off to his room.
I follow
Oh,
him.
wow.
I don't leave.
Obi.
Okay.
It wasn't
Oh,
a joke.
Obi.
This isn't a joking matter. We all want the same thing. You need to be nice to Starling.
If you think we all want the same thing, you are severely deluded.
I'll put my hand on.
If Starling is a friend of yours, I suggest you're at her side to protect her.
No, that's what we have 50 dwarves who are drunk all the time for.
I'm gonna put my hand on Obi's shoulder. I was just like, "Come on, Obi, let's go."
When it's all said and done, and you look to see who's by your side, notice that the Gutbusters and us and probably everyone will be against you. You'll be sad,
I spent my life living alone. I'll cope.
and you'll die alone.
That is
Obi.
likely.
Alright, we're leaving. We're leaving.
Savage.
But no, he genuinely responds to that with quite a lot of respect, and he says, "That is likely, but I'll do it in service to my country."
Okay, pulling Obi out before he can like spit some
Oh,
more fucking
Obi's in his
fire,
angsty teenage phase right now.
Yep. But as you guys leave come down from there, Anvar is sort of sitting around and he looks up at you. I don't mean to pry, but for what possible reason would you want to speak to Vulcan? I try
We
and avoid
didn't.
it.
Yeah, no, we don't. I don't like. He's a dick.
He had information that we needed.
Ah, you're not thinking of
unfortunately.
crossing the border, are you?
We will need
Circumstances
to
demand.
soon.
Sorry, I didn't get any of that. Laura, what did you say?
Circumstances demand.
You'll want to speak to Yen. She's the best out there. Unless you
I
count
was actually
Canis.
going to ask you when she might be here.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
She gets closer to the Shadowveil than anyone else. Since Kayla stopped traveling abroad. She'll find her way back. She was due back 2 weeks ago, to be honest.
Oh.
But
Are you worried?
she never comes back on time. Now, if there's anyone who'll manage, it's her.
Well, when she comes back, will you be able to inform us?
I'll have somebody reach out to you with a sending.
Thank you.
Perfect.
We'd appreciate that.
Don't leave it at our house. We're never there.
No, they'll reach out to you with a sending, so it'll reach your
Yeah.
brain.
Send it.
If you had one.
Yeah.
No, it won't reach Glacius.
It'll reach this
Mine's on
master
another
fighter that
plane.
everyone's waiting for.
Are you headed to Mistralia immediately, or are you going somewhere else first?
No.
No, we have
Oh,
some
no,
time
no,
yet.
No.
Might I inquire as to the direction you might be traveling?
We are headed to this region over here.
Oh, I see. Are you traveling on foot?
We're gonna
Partway.
teleport.
Yeah.
If you're able to look into a problem. I haven't really got anyone to spare right now.
What's the problem?
There's a small village a little inland from Van Hania that's been troubled. Apparently the darkness is attacking them. I don't know what that means.
Oh, well, we have one shiny boy, and I'll slap Sullivan on the back.
We really can't spare the men right now. They haven't lost anyone, but they say that some of their villagers are losing their minds. It's just over here.
Fun.
We will investigate this.
I'd appreciate that, soldier.
Well,
Okay.
if that's
The
all, we
darkness
must
is
be on our way.
attacking? Is that what he said?
Good luck. The darkness is attacking them, and they've lost their minds, apparently. He doesn't know any more about that than you do. But yeah, with that, he bids you farewell, and we will take a short break. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of episode 24 of Sogravia, the Last Bastion. We've made it from the Manor House to Van Hania. Good job, guys. Where next?
To where the darkness is attacking people, right?
Yeah, that's not too far.
Yeah.
Let's go investigate those villages.
Okay.
It is a bit of a side journey, are we sure? Just wanting to double check.
Yes.
Shit.
What are the giants? The giants can wait. Like, they've been waiting this long already.
We're never gonna see those giants.
You're gonna get there and the giants are gonna be gone.
To be fair, I understand what you're saying, Astron, but at the same time, it's at least currently we don't have any quests that require immediate. So
You're right. Several can die slowly. That's fine.
Oh yeah, that's why I haven't been rolling on my character sheet.
Oh.
Because for the past couple days, my dice take like 30 minutes to roll. That was fun. But I don't see any reason why we couldn't take the long way. Check out the town that's getting attacked by darkness, because I'm also very insane. What the fuck that means?
I'm curious about darkness.
Okay.
The dark. Okay, Kingdom Hearts.
The darkness.
Have you
They've got
finally
Kingdom Hearts in their town.
have you finally decided to join us in the dark, Sora?
Never.
Oh, no.
So you'd like to head to the small village, yeah?
Yeah.
Rico and Kyrie might be there.
This village is known as Ram's Bottom.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
not a Kingdom Hearts.
No, I didn't think it
Ram
would be.
bottom. Ram's ass.
Ram's Bottom.
It's a short journey. You taking the carriage there?
Heck
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Our new whip.
It is raining on the way. It is not very nice weather around here. It never is around Van Hania, to be honest. It's approximately... hold on.
Seattle. Of course it's not good weather.
It's approximately 2 p.m. on Shez the 28th. Yeah, they're only like daily preps or whatever. You had a massive second... sorry, I'm really sorry. First of all, we must give you a breakfast buff for eating at the Armistice Arms.
Thank you. 2 breakfast buffs.
With the no, just that breakfast buff.
With some too, right?
With the exception of Zavril, you will all have 10 increased max HP.
Ooh.
No.
And you will have advantage on all initiative checks
Oh,
and
okay.
Constitution saving throws.
And concerts.
For the day or for like the next?
You don't know when it will randomly run out.
For forever.
It'll be like
said
2 hours from now,
10?
we're on the road.
It'll
like,
be about 3.5 minutes before the combat starts.
Do I get the other effects other than the...
Yes, of course. You just don't get the max HP.
I am going to use aid on Obi, Ashrin, and Fox.
Obi, Ashford, and Fox, you can add an additional 5.
Yes.
Damn.
Is that temp or max?
That's max.
Max.
Wait, Zavril didn't get it.
Because it won't
Zavril can't
affect him.
get changes to max.
Glacius,
No,
you really
that's my
need to pay
point.
attention to these
No.
things.
No, that's what I'm
Gosh,
saying. That's why
Glacius.
Zavril... I'm literally saying that's why.
No.
Darth, if you pay some more attention, like, Zavril can't be affected by max HP effects.
Yeah,
Can't believe I didn't realize this.
Oh, no.
Oh, good riddance.
no!
Oh no, hold on, that's not good riddance. He's ruined my face. I'm over here. Hello.
Oh, no.
Michaela.
As Holden's
Matt.
casting and looking at me, I might kind of go, are you sure? Because I currently have the most HP in the party, I think.
You do, apart from Glacius, actually.
As I'm the new fox, according to the stream, I am very sure.
Not anymore.
Darth, fix the cameras. I'm breaking here. Yeah. Anyway, so now that we've established it, Zavril can't be affected, but no, I'm kidding. Let's aid cast.
I will fucking leave.
Oh
I
no,
have
poor
things to
you.
do today.
Poor you. Yeah, you head over to Ram's Bottom. This is a carriage journey along the main road at first. And as we are main road traveling in the rain.
It's raining.
It is raining.
How long was this rain gonna last?
Give me. Oh, never mind. You're druid crafting, are you?
Yeah.
It's going to rain twice this week. The first time for 3 days, and the second time for 4.
So it's going to rain the whole week.
That's what I said.
I wish Weatherman said it like that. It'll rain twice this week for 3 days, and then it'll rain for 4.
Nevertheless, Matt, roll me a D100, please.
Please get a combating.
As you
Roll a
travel
5.
upon the road.
Come on, 100.
73.
73.
Close enough.
The year my mom was born.
Aww.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to my mom.
Okay, this is actually a really cool encounter for Jay.
Oh, I'm scared.
Yes. So as you guys are wandering along this road, you see dashing across the path in front of you, in front of the carriage, you see a fox, quick as you like, sort of dashes across and disappears into the bushes to the left, and then chasing just behind your carriage, sort of running across. You see 4 creatures lumbering. Give me a nature check, anyone. It's not a hard one. At least some of you should know what this creature is.
A 3.
Great, Fox. As you look over, you see that there is a pack of gnolls chasing this fox, and they're calling out, "Get him, Torgar!" And they just sort of one of them starts cackling wildly, and he doesn't know he's running into our trap. And these gnolls begin sort of pushing each other out the way and chasing along.
Hey, stop that!
That's a tangle.
Okay, bear with.
I say from the driver's seat, hey, stop that.
If you guys would like to place yourself here, please. Somebody take up the ping once they're down, because I need to go find the enemies.
Uh,
No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where are we?
Who's that there? That's not a normal one.
Wait a minute.
One of these
Adding
is
the
one of
numbers.
the
oh. I'm in the void, by the way.
Oh, fuck's sake. Hold on.
I know, I haven't been here in a while.
Oh my god, my fucking roll 20 is going so slow.
Do we have a fox asset?
Starling's in the void as well.
Do we have a fox asset?
Yeah, we do. Where is he? He's right there. Oh wait, you disappeared.
I don't think we do. So, can somebody put like, can we put Brutus or Roberto on the map for me, please? One of the two.
Yeah, I'll put Roberto.
Okay.
Can't find Huckleberry.
Take 30
Oh.
minutes.
Yeah, cool. So the fox is over there. Okay. Well, you can see Roberto.
My God, there's a boat.
My dog!
We've got all the assets. You don't need to add anything more. Just bear with while I try and fix the people in the void. Okay, that should sort everyone out. Yep. Michaela, can you now see?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That's what we like to see.
Starling's here. Should she be here?
No,
Yeah, she should be.
of course not.
She should be. What
We're
are you
missing.
talking
Who are we
about?
missing? Hold on. Who are we missing? There's only 6 people
Sullivan.
here. Sullivan. Josh, you with us?
Yeah, I'm right there.
Are you under somebody?
Can
No,
you
I'm
move?
right next to. I'm right
Can you
next to
move your
Fox.
square? Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
you're under
Yeah.
Glacius.
Stupid Glacius.
So you... I was
Okay,
there first.
So
my
just a
boy.
reminder, right now I'm just
Doubtful.
going to put you in line. Because you are in the carriage, right?
Perfect lightning bolt
So the
line.
carriage comes across,
Mm-hmm.
and sorry, Fox. You're casting Entangle. That
Yep.
is a strength save or a dex save? I can never remember.
Strength.
Okay. Oh, Gnolls. No, that's not going to bring anything up. Try Gnolls.
Gnu. I'm a gnoll.
Yeah,
You've been
And you just got gnoll. I'm a gnoll and you just got gnolls.
1, 2, 3,
I
4,
don't
5, 6,
appreciate your gnolls around here.
Okay. This is really hard.
What's up with these guys? Are they like people?
They're horrible creatures. Murder them.
I know
They
what a
must die.
gnoll is. I'm asking within the context of this world.
I wonder
Are
if
they
they
just
they're
known
beasts.
to be
They're
living out
beasts.
here?
They're beasts.
Okay.
Well, not beasts like the type, but they're monsters. Since
The creatures who
Sogravia,
need to perish.
since Sogravia has been war-torn, there's been a lot more trouble within the borders and a lot less sort of monster management because so much attention is being paid to the border. Let me just do a quick head check. 1, 2, 3.
Order of
12.
borders.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I just need to do that for a second.
Mhm.
Cool.
Unacceptable.
I just bring them onto the map. Is that where you wanted it? Just there?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make a save, and I need an initiative roll from everybody, please. Sorry,
Let's
you did say
go.
strength, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, that's a 19,
Nice.
a 20, a 16, a 4. That's more like it.
Okay.
I've
My
got
DC is
2 more, got 2
17.
more, 7 and a 10. Okay, so we've got 2 successes. The 2 that are successful are at this one here. He's going to have a little woohoo sign on him for success. And woohoo, okay?
Yee-hoo.
Yeah, the other 4 are entangled. And they're going to have the freeze, don't move, Mission Impossible music on them. Okay, great. I am missing Glacius's initiative, please.
I rolled it. I got a 17.
No, just 17. Right, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Did you all roll with advantage, yeah?
Always do.
I got
Yeah.
Callum and Obi, you rolled with advantage and got a 6.
Well, I
No, I
rolled
got
it
a
before that 'cause
13.
I didn't. Yeah, I got a
Okay.
10.
Okay, and Callum?
so much better.
13.
13. Okay. Let's go. Lugnolls.
You just got gnoll.
Ashrin, seeing these creatures causing trouble, they're not dungeon bosses. That's not what I was looking for. Seeing these creatures chasing after the one fox, what will you do?
James, I rolled in at 20 for initiative.
Did you? You have a +1.
Yeah. For a 21.
Sullivan, seeing these nasty creatures, you can leave the Aarakocra Ariston there if you want. Yeah, seeing these gnolls chasing this fox, you are able to leap out of the carriage, which comes to a screeching halt. Actually, how is it coming to a screeching halt? Oh, it's fine steed, isn't it? And phantom seed. So yeah,
Slam on the brake.
They're intelligent enough creatures. They're intelligent enough creatures. You can stop them. So you leap out. You may leap out left or right at the carriage.
Whee!
That's a big leap. Okay. Yeah.
Well, okay, fine.
No, it's fine.
Sullivan just. Oh.
What are you doing?
I'm very good with athletics.
What are you doing?
I will go over here, and I will attack this knoll.
Okay.
In the face. Oh no! Wait.
Yeah, he's entangled. Advantage.
Well, I have advantage anyways because of the crit.
Oh no! Wait. Why are we waiting?
Why I said, oh no, wait for. Because I am going to. Instead of going there, I'm going to willingly walk into the entangle.
Make a strength save. Is that right? No, it's just difficult terrain, right? Yeah, okay, it's just difficult terrain, that's fine.
I'll go here. And I am going to Templar's Wrath.
You have 35 foot of movement speed? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 foot of movement speed, sorry, to get there.
Such
a difficult
Yeah, except
terrain.
I jumped out, remember?
That still requires movement.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What kind of
can't fly?
stickler for the rules are you? Jeez Louise.
He says
Anyways.
to the DM.
Templar's Wrath.
Okay.
Everyone, for the crown. On one knee, sword
Charisma
on the
save?
ground. As per usual. Yes. Charisma save.
Give me the damage, please.
Yeah.
Could you just kill them all?
That is 15 radiant damage. If they fail, they are frightened until the end of their next turn. Oh wait,
they
no.
take half on a success.
Half on a success.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, frightened for the next minute. Sorry, and they repeat the save at the end of their turn.
Sullivan is scary. You seen his face?
Haha.
Wow, that was the silence really speaks for itself there.
It does.
Oh, he saved the first time, and now he's dead.
Good.
Oh god.
Oh wow, Sullivan really did just kill
Okay.
everybody.
The ones who are within range are. Sorry, Mr. Woohoo is frightened. Yeah, sure, that looks like frightened.
Get off Mr. Bond, right?
And this guy is frightened and restrained. He's having a great day. Yep.
Yeah.
Those other three saved. Okay, cool. Ashrin.
Yep, I will just step
You
out
can hit
and
Sullivan
make
with your
my way
air
up
cock,
on
that's fine.
top of the
Yep.
on top of the carriage, and we'll fire off an arrow storm.
Oh, look there. Dex save.
Yeah, and I will.
I've got a 5, a 20, and an 18 at the back there, and then one with disadvantage for the guy who's restrained. And Mr. Woohoo, who's frightened, gets an 11. What's your DC?
17.
Got 2 successes. What's the damage?
18.
Oh, what a nightmare. Hold on.
That was exactly average damage. Feels bad.
This guy is wounded. And this guy is dead. And this guy is wounded. And this guy is wounded. Yeah, okay, does that conclude your turn?
Can I, like, take a moment just to turn and look to see if I see signs of where the fox went?
Yeah, if you can see it, you can see it, and if you can't, you can't.
Okay. I can't.
Yeah, it's over there somewhere.
Okay.
It's a dog, not a fox, just in case you were looking for an orange thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, okay.
My dog's just out there.
It's an action to break out of entangle, is that correct?
Yeah.
Strength check.
Okay, action strength check.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, fail.
Oh no.
Okay, Woohoo is dead. This guy is not going to take an action, but is instead going to throw his short sword at Ashrin.
Okay.
Okay, that is a natural 1 to hit you. He rolled with disadvantage. He wasn't expecting much out of it, but he was pissed off. And the other one makes a strength check to try and get out. It's a 13, which I'm assuming is a fail. Which brings us to this guy. This guy is going to step here and swipe at Sullivan. He bites at you. But he just clashes with your armor. And then he swings twice with his short sword against you. Once again, scraping sparks come up across your armor. And then he sort of jabs it into your face instead. That is a 23 to hit you. Sullivan.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
That is 6 piercing damage. Zavil, you're up.
Okay, let's move around, see if I can see more of what's going on. Oh, there's ones at the back there. Okay.
How many?
Oh,
If I can.
sorry, stream. Have the combat. So
I
all
guess
these lovely
there's
faces.
2 over here. I see.
If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't.
Yep.
No way.
You know what? I think we're having fun with these guys not moving, so I'm going to go ahead and make those guys up the back also not move. Drop this one on them.
Okay, you're webbing.
Yep.
No
No movement for these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it is strength 4 dex.
Oh, it's just dex. It's a dex save to avoid it and a strength save to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I need to do this. We have 3 webbed creatures.
Okay.
Okay, does that complete your turn?
I'll shuffle back one more, my last bit of movement here, and I will fragile shield Sullivan since he's right there at the front.
Fox.
And that'll be me.
Yep. Peek out. That one in the entangle. I'm gonna fire a guiding bolt at.
Yep.
It seems like a little overkill, don't you think?
No.
Fair enough. I can't disagree.
26.
God.
He's dead.
21 radiant.
Does that conclude your turn?
Like,
Sorry, did you say you're going to turn into Lycan? What?
What?
Jay, does that conclude your turn?
no, sorry, I lagged. Everything
Okay.
just sort of froze for me. Gosh,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is going all
Discord's really
freaky.
going weird for a lot of people. What the hell?
Yeah, no, it's been happening for me.
I'm going to duck out of the other side
Okay.
of the vehicle. I'm gonna start like moving over to where the fox is and sort of call out, "Wait up! The nose will be taken care of. You're running into a trap."
And he sort of... and the fox becomes a man. And the man is wearing a sort of leather jerkin and sort of these really upsettingly short loincloth. And he's sort of quite hairy and looks a little odd. You're not quite sure what race he is. And he sort of looks over at you and... Yeah, get him! I don't run into traps, I break them.
All right.
You may give me a nature check to see whether you can determine his race.
He's just your friendly neighborhood crackhead. It's fine.
He's a bugbear.
14.
Oh,
Bugbear.
Yep.
Okay. Neat.
Cool. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes.
Glacius.
Hey Sullivan, how's your dex saves?
Why does that sound like a threat?
So answer the question.
Just answer the question.
I have a
and you don't gotta
plus
worry.
6. Why?
You'll be alright.
Okay, because yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, so I don't have an asset for this, James. Mine's about half the size, but can I get a 30-foot cone, please?
You want a 30-foot cone? What are you doing?
I'm using my weapon's ability.
Okay.
Once
More
per day,
specific.
I can. As an action, you unleash a 30-foot cone of destructive energy from the weapon. Each creature in the area must make a Dex save, DC 16, or take 8d6 of the damage type dealt by the Dragon's Breath weapon on a failed save. Or
The damage type is all I want from you. Like, what kind of asset am I giving you? Am I giving you a white one, a green one, a blue one? I don't know what damage type you're doing.
White.
What type... Thank you. There we go.
Goodness.
And it's a 30-foot cone, you said?
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah. There we go.
I warned the party you were evil, Anakin.
Yeah.
You were meant to destroy this Sith, not join them.
What's the
You're my
ability
brother.
called? What's the ability
sorry,
called?
I didn't hear what you said, James.
What's the ability called?
It doesn't have an. It just is one of the properties of my weapon.
Okay, what's your weapon called?
The Dragon's Wrath weapon.
Dragon's Wrath cone.
Give it up, Darth. I have the high ground.
I don't need the high ground Dragon Breath attack. Oh.
Glacius, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Okay, Darth, you can control that as you wish now.
Thank
Not the
you.
younglings.
Alright.
Listen, it's you gotta do what you got.
Probably wouldn't put it there if I was you.
I know. I'm trying. My roll 20 is like pooping itself.
This is an advanced strat.
This is a really advanced strat right now. Okay.
Dex or con?
Dex. Okay.
That's a 20, so I'll take half, and I'll use my reaction to impose my shield in front of it to take nothing. You tried it, evil Glacius, but not today.
We tried it.
I literally that's what I was like.
19, 11, and 9.
He'll be fine. Okay, so the 19 passed, and Sullivan passed. The other
Damage.
two fail. You'll take. I'm rolling it right now. That's for 10, 17. Wait, it's just 27 damage on a fail, half on a save.
God damn.
Or if you're Sullivan, you take nothing. Yeah. My
Okay.
weapon does things now.
Okay,
That's pretty cool.
you wiped them out in a blast of cold.
Good. Good.
Are you done?
That's all my movement, and I don't see anybody else. Yeah.
Cool, Callum.
Cool. Well, okay, I don't see any baddies, so let me just...
Jay, are you dropping Entangle or are you leaving it up?
I'm gonna leave it up.
Okay. Right. Obviously, you can jump over
said
it if
I'm
you
not-
need to.
yeah.
Right. I think it costs a bonus action, but... Does it cost jumping costs a bonus action? Or am I just playing
Jumping?
too
I
much
don't know
Baldur's Gate?
what jumping costs.
Jumping is movement.
It's just movement, isn't it? I'm just playing too much Baldur's Gate. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to jump to clear that with your regular jumping, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, no, it's a bonus action, James.
Well, I think I've used all my movement just getting here, so I guess I'll just...
What? You've only got 20 foot of movement speed?
I was right here.
Oh.
But it would be... Oh, okay, if I want to jump and, I guess, avoid
Yeah.
that difficult terrain, I could go, like, one more.
Mhm.
I still couldn't see anyone, though, so I'll just send a freaking... I mean, I guess I'll send a firebolt at that fool in the back.
Okay.
I
Which
can only
fool in
see
the
this
back?
one right
Can you point to
here.
him? Okay, great. Thank you. With
Yeah.
advantage, he is entangled.
Oh, cool.
He's actually webbed.
Nice. Well, that's a 26 to hit. Then.
Oh yeah, that hits. Can you do 7 damage?
A lot more than that. These
Okay,
days.
he's dead.
Great. Oh, I will use my bonus.
More than that.
I'll use my bonus action to ignite my my flame-tongued sword, so it's ready when these guys come out. But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. The now transformed bugbear that still looks like a dog comes over here and begins shouting obscenities. Yeah, get him! Die, fools!
Get
this
him!
weirdo.
Yeah.
He's the guy who was
Fuck
the fox.
him up. Fox, what are you doing?
This guy is gonna charge.
Oh shoot.
No, wrong guy. Sorry. He's not doing that at all.
Wrong
He
fox.
is a hunter. So he's gonna come over here and he's gonna shoot at Glacius with his longbow.
Wow.
Okay.
10 and an 8. That
Yeah,
brings
I
us
don't
to
think that
this
hits.
guy, who is going to make an action to get out. But he gets a 4. This guy is going to make an action to get out and gets a 17, which I'm assuming breaks him out. Savro?
Yeah, 17 meets it.
Fuck's sake.
Meats,
Hello.
baby.
The menu is going off the map or under my cards and all sorts of things, so I can't control it is the problem. He's going to take a shot at Sullivan. No, he's not. That's rubbish. He's just used his action.
Astrid, watch out.
Okay, that leads us to this guy. That is who I was interested in.
I feel like we went a little overboard.
And he draws his glaive and he is going to run 60 feet.
I don't think we
so
shoved him
he's
up
sort
far
of-
enough.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, yeah.
Guys, is this the Master Fighter Raucous Thunderdown you were talking about?
Natural 20.
Okay.
Zavro can't catch a fucking break.
15 slashing damage.
Everyone crits on
Oh.
Zavro.
12.
Oh wait, he entered
you're-
my range though.
15. Several 15 to hit you.
Oh no.
And an 8. Okay. And then he looks over at a creature and he incites it to rampage. So this one is going to throw a spear at Glacius. That's a 21 to hit you. For 3
Okay.
damage. Oh, but you're up.
And yeah, that's the and I was waiting for.
Uh-huh.
I see where I can see this thing. I can see something right here.
You can't see this one here?
I can.
Okay, cool. He looks like the leader. Sorry, the guy there looks like the leader. This guy...
Oh.
yeah, okay.
It's right behind you.
The Master Fighter.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at this one.
Okay. God, it's ready for you.
13.
I'll miss. You catch a
Okay.
tree and it starts to catch fire.
Alright, bonus action.
Yep.
Fox goes Super Saiyan.
The tree comes to life.
Obi's just in his angsty phase.
Okay. You'll attack this one right here.
Uh-huh.
$14 to hit.
Rocky comes out and steps in this Knoll's toe and he doesn't notice. Is that going to be your
Alright,
turn?
Hope is going to.
I completely forgot about Rocky.
Yeah, I
Rocky
did too
didn't
for a
forget
couple
about Rocky.
fights.
He got the
I go
kill.
back
on
over
Rocky
here.
Thunder.
And that is my turn.
Crawling out from the back is a wounded Knoll. He looks a bit like he looks a bit ragged. He's smaller than the rest. He's the runt of the litter, and you can see like as he turns, he's got whip marks across him. And he picks up his spear and he sort of shakily throws it, and it drops at Sullivan's feet. And then he sort of runs over this way. That brings us to Ashrin.
Alright, I will shot at this guy, and I will
Sorry,
fire
I don't know who this guy is.
the leader.
Okay, cool, yep.
I will sharpshooter shot him. Shoot him. That is... Sorry.
Nat 20.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
And I'm going to do favored foe for him. That is 31.
He's wounded.
We'll do another shot. Also sharpshooter.
I'll do it again.
20 to hit.
The bugbear. Yeah, get him! I need a perception check from Glacius, please. Karen?
Uh, 20 damage.
He is dead. The bugbear sort of, yeah! And then he begins heading off in this direction, celebrating.
Well, I'm out of here.
He said, I
Elliot.
must go. My people need me.
He tried to grab your javelin of lightning as he left, but you, the bugbear. But you sort of put your hand on it solidly, and he continues his fleeing, realizing that he has not got away with anything. Sullivan.
Oh my goodness.
I will move over here and attack this guy. That's a nat 20.
Yep.
Bitch! I finally get to use a card.
Okay. Deal it out.
I will use this one.
Maximum damage. The target makes a dex saving throw. On a failed saving throw, the target's knocked prone. So it is your... Are you smiting or just your standard hit?
I will smite.
Okay. So it's a 2d8 plus a d8, right? Of your weapon.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 24 doubled is 48. So the target is dead, so he's not going to make his dex save.
That's fair.
As you eradicate him. The bugbear definitely seems like a thief. In fact, you do see, as he's running away, that he has various different mementos, including over his wrist, what looks to be a strange flail, perhaps a whip-like item.
Is this the one he was torturing his friend with?
This is the bugbear.
Oh.
The knoll has whipping marks on it, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is the bugbear that
Hey, stop it!
transformed into a fox. Obviously, you have a second attack, Sullivan, so I don't know if you want to do something.
Attack Glacius.
Yeah, that's my movement speed.
Okay, cool. That brings us to Zavro.
One more left up here, yeah?
You can see one there, then there is one there, yes.
Okay, well, I can't really get a better view than from here. So, yeah, I'll just fire off a firebolt at this one.
Okay. Go ahead.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
18 damage.
Okay, he was webbed. He's now dead.
And the web that was covering him also burns on him.
Okay. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Okay. Fox, you note that bits of the web and the forests are going up in flames as our party so carelessly throw fire into a forest.
Oh, Fox.
I didn't do it!
With your excellent vision, you can't see it, but you know a creature went in that direction. You also see a bugbear running off with various items in his hands. None of them appear to be Glacius's.
Alright. I'm gonna start moving toward here. Yeah,
You can't quite make out the creature through the trees.
Oh man, the entangle suddenly went away. I dropped concentration on my intake.
I'm so happy now.
As I now approach. I'll take my action to dash just to get up. I'm more focused on the fires now.
Yeah, okay. Glacius.
After this, I'm gonna go. There's a tree I cannot see. Ah! Found you, fiend.
Well, this is the guy who's got whip marks all over him. He has no longer holding a weapon because he threw his spear at Sullivan's feet.
Do what's right. Behead him.
Wow.
Exterminate.
This is... Hold on, I have to roll something.
Put him out of his misery.
I think he's rolling his conscience check.
Kill him! The bugbear shouts from the back. And then begins to retreat into the trees, slowly.
Yeah, Glacius comes through the trees. He raises his glaive to attack, but on seeing all of like the whip marks and like clearly, you know, the pain that this has gone through, he just can't bring himself to do it.
The gnoll falls to his knees and crawls over and starts trying to kiss your shoes.
Oh.
Oh my god, is this character growth?
maybe,
I think so.
Callum.
Maybe he does need to die.
Callum, would you exterminate this creature, or shall we call the end of the initiative?
No, I'm wondering who this clown is and why we're taking orders from him.
Trying to chase him down?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I'm pretty big now.
Yep, as you go to chase him down, he sort of morphs into a panther. A black panther, and starts jumping from tree to tree.
Talk.
You can
That's
give me
second wild shape.
it is a second wild shape. You can give me an athletics check to try and follow him through the trees if you wish.
Oh, okay.
Fox, turn into a panther. Go after him.
Deal with the damn forest fire here.
I'll breathe on 14. It. It's fine.
14. Yeah, you're trying to track him, but like leaping from tree to tree while Sid is having to actually move the trees out the way. He's getting away from you, sadly. Is there anything you could throw after him, like a spell or anything? Or are you going to let him get away?
I mean, I don't want to attack this guy. I'm just like, who is this clown? But if we save someone from getting attacked by gnolls, that's fine.
Sure. This sort of blubbering gnoll, looking up at Glacius, in a very sort of dog-like sort of snarl, mutters out.
Can we keep him?
Mutters out, "Thank you."
Done nothing wrong.
And then he sort of turns to his friends and, all dead.
Are you hurt?
He nods, and you can see that he's got whip marks all over his back, and some of them like over his chest, and like even a couple of lash marks on his face.
Do they look fresh or?
Very. They're open wounds.
I will dump 44 points of healing hands.
You try. You try, but only 11 of them are consumable.
Okay. Does that mean I still waste 5?
No, it means that
Okay.
it stops at 33 because there's no left
Cool.
to give. And then he starts sort of bowing, and he calls you something. He calls you Grumsh. Grumsh. You may give me a religion check.
Oh yeah, because I'm definitely that kind of paladin. That's a nat 20. What these?
You've been listening to Pig Sticker and Sheepsbane talk about gods at the dinner table. Grumsh is the god of the orcs and often the gnolls as well. He sees you as an incarnation of his god.
Oh jeez.
Please, I am no god. I just want to help.
And he kisses the floor like between your feet.
Oh please, I'll like crouch down to like to
raise him up.
Make him stand. Yeah,
he can stand on 2 legs.
Okay, yeah.
He's
yeah,
an
so
old.
he stands up. Yeah, sorry.
He sort of So he's got like gnolls are like almost like dog-like or hyena-like creatures.
Yes.
Yep. But they stand on two legs. They are, you know, humanoids.
I know. I saw the horrific transformation of them in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's why I couldn't do it. I was thinking back to that and how bad I felt when I had to do it.
Yeah. And he sort of looks up at you. Thank you.
You're welcome. What will you do now?
Me gash.
Gosh. I'm Sullivan.
Shadowhunters.
Yeah. Shadowhunters. You got it, kid.
Servant.
You got some peanut butter on the top of your mouth, I think.
He sort of, me alone.
You're alone.
Huntsmall. I didn't ask for your help, Siri.
Sarah, you
me alone. She was like,
very
you.
Well, just now.
I said me alone, and she was like, you can talk to these people if you're feeling lonely.
No.
I was like, really?
Well, that's sweet.
Cheers, love.
I mean, we do have a home for displaced monsters.
Do you need shelter?
No. Gosh, wild. Me hunt small.
Okay, well, in that case, good luck.
Good fishing.
In your hunting. And be safe. Stay away from the border.
And then he sort of goes off and he's like, Salvin Groosh! Salvin Groosh! Salvin Groosh! Yes, Sullivan, the incarnation of Grumsh. Callum, as you were headed over towards the fleeing bugbear, you noticed something on the ground.
Uh-oh.
In front of you. It looks like a necklace, perhaps a totem even of some sort.
Ooh.
Haha, got your totem.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. As you look at it, it appears to be a sort of religious artifact based around Grumsh.
The bugbear stole it, didn't
Should have
he?
gave this to that guy. Oh well,
Okay.
he's gone.
There are some prayer beads attached to it. 3 of them, in fact, seem to still be intact.
Does it look like Sullivan?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
to
a
the
dead
goblins.
copy.
Sort of, it's a little like this, but with little bits of sort of little, various little markings on it. Callum, you would recognize this to be a necklace of prayer beads. It seems to have 3 spells still within it.
Whoa. Can I tell
It
what
is
spells
a
they
religious
are?
artifact for the gnolls.
The
Can you tell
Ganastic
what
gnolls.
spells? You can roll me to find out what spells. Give me a d20.
Yeah. 7.
The first one is Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Nice.
Second roll.
5.
That is Bless.
Ooh. And an 18.
18, Branding Smite.
Oh wow. Oh, that's delightful.
Oh, that sort of tells you the table, but yeah, you found the necklace. Yeah, it would require
So
attunement
then
by a cleric,
clean it
druid, or
out.
paladin.
Oh, I throw it in the garbage. I don't need this junk.
You don't even
Is
take it
Sullivan
back.
the garbage, or perhaps
Yeah,
perhaps
I'll
Fox?
just drop it on Sullivan or Fox.
Yeah.
You guys can have
Sullivan
this-
here.
You can have this junk.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I mean, obviously, story-wise, it might appeal to Sullivan very much.
So
but
a bless, a
obviously,
cure wounds, and a branding
spell-wise,
smite.
it's going to apply to it. It's going to be tempting for either of them. Yep, a bless,
Yeah,
cure
that's
wounds at
pretty cool.
2nd level on a branding smite.
I don't think Fox wants a totem for the Knowles god.
Disgusting.
As you guys are just finishing up the fight and clearing
Yeah,
up
I
and
guess
stuff,
I'll take it.
Enjoy.
a young gnome comes along the path behind you, riding a small donkey. As he sees you, he's, "Hey, travelers, be careful! There are gnolls on the road."
There were Knowles on
no.
the road.
He sort of looks over the
No
forest.
Wow.
shit.
Oh, the forest is taken some harm.
A blaze.
A tragedy. No, it's not a blaze anymore. I'm sure that Fox would have put it out by now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what Fox is
I
doing at
have.
the end of the fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you note that this forest gnome
It's
looks
like, yeah.
upset about the state of it, and he's sort of, "Oh well, you did a good thing. Gnolls are ruiners of the forest. And natural beasts. Safe travels,
I'm
fellows.
aware.
And he begins riding quite hard towards Van Hania. Do you stop him or ask him for any questions before he leaves or anything?
Oh. What?
I cast Entangle. No.
Going nowhere.
Yep, cool. Okay, so he rides off towards Van Hania, and you can continue along your merry way.
Is attunement instantaneous in this world?
Yes, attunement is instantaneous, and attuning takes an hour.
Cool, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Upon hearing this, unless Fox saw the gnoll, then saw him let it go, Glacius would kind of turn to Sullivan and just be like, let's just keep it.
Yes, I definitely do knows with 24 passive.
Let's just what? Sorry, Glacius?
Let's just keep this between us. I don't think Fox would agree with our decision.
To let an innocent creature go free?
Yes, because it does go against gnolls go against nature itself.
Yeah, it's fairly accurate.
Very well.
Why do you
I
think
will not bring.
obliterated the one?
I will not bring it up. But if he asks, I won't lie.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna wrap the prayer beads on one of the handles on my shield.
Cool. Okay. You do so and get attuned to them, and continue along the road.
All right. Yeah.
It is approximately 4:30 p.m. as you are approaching a small village or hamlet, and there is this tiny little wooden sign. Somebody has scribbled out the first 3 letters, so it just says bottom.
Nice.
Nice.
What are you laughing at?
I got the sign, Obi.
Can you guys all see on that map, or do I need to make it?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I can see.
Wow.
Okay, you can see
I
it?
can see.
Yeah.
can
As
see
soon as
clearly
you
now the
arrive
darkness is
at this village, you will note a couple of things. First of all, it appears to be darker in the village than it was outside of it. Secondly, there is a bright campfire at the center of the village. Let's just put that here. Sorry, 1 second. Bright light, 30 feet, orange. Oh. Okay, never mind. Give me a second, guys. I've just realised that you can see everything, can't you?
Yep.
The whole village, yeah.
Yep, there we go. If you want to go and put your tokens here, you can see like everything.
I can see everything again.
Yeah, you should be able to see everything
Still
with your token on the screen, but blackness when your token is not on the screen. Just over here.
I still have Fox's vision.
Okay, that's fine. For now. Yeah. You notice that the darkness looms darker than you would expect, and the shadows are rife within this town. There is a large, almost bonfire built at the center of the town next to the well, and there are a group of people huddled around it.
I'm going to, because I've never used this item, I've always had, I'm going to pull out my ever bright lantern that's really bright to give everyone light, even though we can see anyway.
Okay. Can you give me the details on that?
Yes. Does that work?
120-foot cone of light. Okay. So standing at the back, you shed forward a huge pillar of light. Talking about bright light, 60 feet. Low light, 120. Directional light, 90 degrees. Does that work? that do anything?
Did do something.
Yeah. Yeah. I go with
Oh. Wow.
That is fucking bright. Yeah. So this sort of this big beam of light comes forward from Obi, and the villagers sort of note and call over and quick, come to the safety of the campfire. Come to the safety of the bonfire. Quick, come out of the shadows before they take you.
He runs. His little feet.
Yep. And I'm missing
Trapped
a couple
in the
of people,
water.
but fuck it. As you eventually all get over here.
I'm taking my time.
Yeah. That's fine. Once you're over there, who are we missing? Is it Glacius?
Ashton's like, I don't know, light. That seems more dangerous.
But yeah, you are greeted by what appears to be the village elder. He looks at you and, did the Dawn Guard send you?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did. What seems to be the problem?
You'll want to
Apart
see
from the
Catherine
darkness.
and Raymond
Where are they?
and Joseph and Kelly, I guess. And he
Quite a lot of
leads
people.
you to this house here. You'll note that there are, as you get to the house, it's like almost like darkness is inside it, but everywhere you look there are candles lit inside. There are lanterns, torches, and even that doesn't get rid of all the darkness
So
inside
it must
the
be
house.
magical darkness.
And there are 4 people, two women, 1 man, and a young girl of about 10 years old. And they all sit, sort of their head sort of bowed forward, their elbows on their knees, rocking forwards and backwards. And randomly, as you enter, the young girl begins to scream, like absolutely shrieking. And he turns to you and, this happens sometimes. It'll stop after a while. Polly's got the worst of it. And he gestures towards the older woman. Who is sort of like clawing the air before her.
Please, tell us what's happened here.
If we knew, we would. The darkness has hands that claw out at you. It caught these people, and they've lost their minds.
When did this start?
2 days ago. The sun rose,
This darkness.
but it didn't get bright enough.
Do you know where this darkness originated from?
We think it's the well.
Oh well.
Ooh.
Our current era of time much?
Why are you still here?
Sorry, ma'am, but I don't quite understand you. Where else would we be?
The darkness doesn't extend throughout the world. You could have left.
And gone where? And done what? We are but village people. We haven't the money to stay in the city. These are our homes, our livelihoods. We can't afford to leave.
Even just until this is sorted out? You'd rather live in here?
You suggest we sit on the ground outside the city? What do we eat?
I mean, you could camp like half a mile to the east and be out of this.
It's that close? Why Ramsbottom? From that you get... He didn't realise it stopped so soon.
We don't know why here, but we will figure this out.
You will? And,
yes, we will put an end to this.
And can you help the others? And she gestures towards the 4 that are rocking on the floor.
We will try. I would, sorry, just bear with me one moment. Okay, yeah. I would like to walk over to the little girl.
Mm-hmm. Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, over to Kelly.
Her full name is
kinda
Kelly
like
Andrew, but I figured that was a bit of an annoying sentence for a 10-year-old.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll go to Kelly with an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Very slowly
British
and gently.
She's screaming the place down.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll just rush over. And I'm gonna try something that I've never tried before, and so I have on my person a gold symbol of the Dawn Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to hold this against my chest. I'm going to put my hand against her forehead, and I am going to try and remove curse.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Oh yes, those things. That's a 14.
Nothing happens. She keeps on screaming the place down. It's almost like her spell couldn't find purchase. Her eyes are closed, like scrunched, tight closed. But as you cast your spell, for one moment they open, and you see that her eyes are completely black, all the way across.
Ooh.
No sign of any pupil or anything. It's just black, the whole eye, and then she screams and close again, and she continues to scream. If anything, it's got a bit worse since you cast magic on her.
Oh, fuck me. My goodness.
Can I go over and just give the girl a hug?
You can, but after a while you have to move away because it feels like she's trying to claw you. She's sort of like doing this while she's screaming. But as you hug her...
very gently.
Yeah. As you sort of hold her, one of the villagers behind you breaks into tears and runs outside the house.
Like into the darkness, or?
No, just back to the campfire.
The well?
Yeah, the well.
Oh well.
Are you going back to the well?
It's down.
Yeah.
I will, yeah.
Okay, as you get to it, you look down. It's about 30 feet deep. There's water in the bottom. There's
Why do they
nothing
think it
unnatural
came
about
from
it
here?
whatsoever.
I'm going to cast Shape Water on the water.
Okay. It behaves exactly as you would expect.
Alright.
The elder tells you that the darkness crawled out of the well and into the shadows.
Oh, cool.
Could I use my divine sense
You can.
to see if there's any celestial, fiend, or undead?
Yeah, there is this sort of impression of dark beings, and they come from this house, and this house, and this house,
Yeah, okay, I think I get this.
and this house.
So like
no,
everywhere?
no, just the top
No.
floor.
But whatever dark creature came out of the well must now be living within the shadows. So, going down
Let's
the well
split
would
up,
probably
gang,
be
and search for
pointless.
clues.
Does this seem like within her eyes the same sort of darkness that sits behind mine?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
They'd be dead.
She's not got the plane of shadow. She's got pure darkness raging inside her, like magical
Very
darkness.
Okay.
Well, let's go check out the houses then.
Yeah, one of those houses. Can the divine sense tell exactly what is being sensed, or just that it's one of those?
That it's not one of those. Specifically, he gets that it's not one of those, but there are nefarious presences nearby. Whatever they are not fiends, undeads, or celestials, I think, are the three.
God, divine sense. Useless.
Before we
Just happened.
before we
Obi
go
go?
into the house, can
I deleted
we?
it by accident.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
we was
go on.
taken by the darkness.
Oh wait, no! I swear, revenge.
Before we explore the houses, would it be possible for us to have a long rest?
A
No.
long rest?
What?
Long rest in here? No thanks.
So that I could prep daylight?
You should have said
Daylight's
something
sweet.
before we got here.
Just wait till
would
the
I
sun comes up for
know?
daylight.
Except the sun, that doesn't help
No.
It's the afternoon. Long rest will be night.
That'll be worse, Sullivan.
Then the daylight will be more prominent.
No, there's no opportunity for you to long rest right here. Right now.
I'm not gonna. No.
Fine. There goes my health.
Okay. As the Fox, as you reach there, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright.
Obviously got the brightest torch ever.
He's got a gem of ever brightness.
Oh my
19.
god, I have a gem of brightness.
Okay. You feel like a tendril of shadow reach out at you, almost as if trying to sap your strength away. But when you turn back to it, it's gone. And on that scary note, I'll be back in 30 seconds. Back. Sorry about that. So after Fox notices the shadow reach out at him, Obi's light turns towards Fox and the shadow disappears. In the light of the campfire, yeah?
Shit with the campfire?
Sorry, what?
Can you repeat what you just said about the campfire?
The rest of you are within the light of the campfire right now.
Oh.
Looking around where like it's darkest, do I notice anything peculiar that others wouldn't be able to see?
The darkness indeed does seem to writhe and move. You don't see any creatures within it, but you get the impression that whilst this is a form of magical darkness, whatever creatures are inside it are not necessarily made of the darkness.
Right.
And you do see them, you see
Just
flitting of movement, sort of perhaps moving from shadow to shadow.
Okay. But I would be able to like see them since I can see past.
Yeah.
Like,
Indeed, you would be able to see them. You think? Yeah.
Fox, what do you see?
You think you've seen bits of them move. It appears that there is more to it than just darkness, but definitely the element of darkness you are able to exclude.
Right.
What time is it?
4:30, I think.
Okay. What time is dusk?
See, I told you.
7:30, 8 o'clock.
Roughly 2:30.
Can we take a 4-hour short rest?
I want to pull out my Lantern of Revealing also. I don't know if that will I don't think these
Please,
things
can
are...
you say what it does?
Yes, it reveals any invisible creatures in them.
When you shine your lantern onto the darkness, Fox sees a creature.
Ooh. Unsettling.
The powerful combination. Let me get you a little picture.
Hit him with the 1. You get him with.
That is not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Bear with.
In brightest day, in darkest night.
You see a creature a bit like this. It is
Oh,
almost like
yuck.
an empty cloak with blue eyes inside it, wrapped in purple lighting. It was both invisible and in magical darkness.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
All right. So who has?
As it sees you,
Devil's
as it
Sight
sees you
and-
all, I'll take a dex save from. Hold on, I need a cone.
Oh, good.
Wait, hold on. Let's
Yeah.
Sorry, 30 feet.
My cone's
30
bigger.
feet. 30 feet. Okay. Yeah, that looks
Michael.
about right. Obi, Callum, and Fox. A dex save, please.
Copy.
Oh boy, dex saves.
Okay.
So
Does
shit.
anyone have Expecto Patronus?
Technically?
No.
Callum?
Dice is being difficult. What's going on?
Okay, all three of you
Oh my
take
God.
30 necrotic damage, and
Yuck.
are
we in range
reeled
of-
inwards.
Elliot's? Are we in range of Elliot's +5?
No.
No.
I mean,
No,
we got
it's
moved
fine.
away, but we weren't. I was 5.
You might have been. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was 10.
closer.
I was 10 feet away from him. I thought it was 10 feet.
Okay. Well, you failed either way.
Fantastic.
Fox, you are standing at the source
Can
of it. The other two of you are reeled in 10 feet as darkness sort of reaches out, lashes around you, and pulls you in.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, 30 necrotic damage to the three of you.
Can I attempt to grab Obi?
Sorry, one person at a time. Josh, go.
I was gonna say, can I run out to Fox?
Yes, you can. And Glacius, you said?
I wanted to try to run up and grab Obi.
I mean, Obi's
To
now
stop.
stood
Is
still,
he
right?
still getting
No,
tagged,
the
or-
lash grabbed, yanked, and
Oh,
then
okay.
that was it. Dissipated. And the villagers at this point all begin to move down
Okay.
to the south
So they're
side
still
of the campfire. And they sort of hide behind it. And one of the elders sort of turns around. What was that? That hasn't happened to anyone yet.
Can't
Well, we're
can't say that
professionals.
anymore.
Nothing. It was just an illusion.
Please, one of you at once.
We're Shadowhunters, and we're trying to get
Fuck you. I was gonna say that. Fuck you. I was gonna say that.
Just let the professionals handle this.
Okay, and on that note, as the Shadowhunters hunt shadows, we are going to end.
Oh no!
Early finish today.
I had...
Wait.
Can it
Can
be written down for next session? Because if it's an action that affects things, I need to actually have the
Oh,
creatures
okay.
affected. At which point, I then would have to remember to re-affect them next week when I start the
That's
whole
fine.
thing. Yep. So for my benefit, before we get embroiled in something that's going to take way longer than the rest of the session,
Right.
let's finish. Please make a note, even in chat, if you want, of what you're going to do, so that we can start with it. But I don't want to have to restart the encounter tracker sort of shenanigans. You know what I mean? There are enemies. They are doing things, right? Cool. And we come to the timeless tradition of MVPs. Oh, okay. Yes. We'll just remember that you are in that form when you start next week. Okay, that's sorry, I was expecting it to be things that affect enemies, which I know that Josh's was.
Well,
No, it absolutely was not.
What
I
are you
was
gonna
gonna give 30 lay on hand points to Fox
do? Oh, to Fox.
to make up for the 30 health he just lost.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Sure, you can do that as well. Sorry, I thought they were going to be things that required initiative. Okay, let's come to MVPs. I am going to start with... Where should we start? Oh, it's further up today. My methods are going to get revealed. Here we go.
Reveals our secrets.
It's Matt. Matt, we start with you.
Alright, before I get my MP, I have to ask, Earth, do you know that Shadowveil can't be affected by max HP?
It was pretty good, wasn't it? There's nothing like bullying Darth. Javel was just like, it's my day off!
Actual MP, though. Literally, what happened 2 seconds ago when Michaela said, we're the Shadowhunters.
Exactly, right? You can't leave that
off.
up.
Shadow.
Yep, I can agree with that. We'll go clockwise today, Alora.
Okay, I have a couple lines. The one moment that was out of character was rolling a 73, and then hearing, the year my mom was born. Happy birthday. just made no sense whatsoever, but I loved it.
That was good.
I also have a couple Obi lines. I don't like him. Can we make it the 6?
Yeah, that was one of my top line MVPs. I love that.
I just out of the blue. Are you prepared to not be a dick?
Yeah. That was beautiful. That was a great encounter. Michaela.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine. Are you prepared to not be a dick? But while we were talking to that guy, he was actually very helpful, and we got a lot of information about Shadowveil stuff.
Canvases, yeah.
Yeah, so he was more. I like that we got some good leads for actually helping Zavro.
Josh.
Yeah, I agree. I really liked that conversation with him too. And I also really liked the group conversation with Starling. Yeah, that was my favorite.
I really enjoyed the conversation over breakfast. Jamal.
As an extension to the Starling conversation, offering to help Starling, and I genuinely had like glyph ways I could help with glyphs and everything, so it doesn't even matter whether I'm in stasis or not. And she's like, "You're not protecting anyone." It's like,
protect yourself, incompetent wizard. I think she was looking at you, going, "I'm higher level than you, and I'm fucked." Is how she was looking at it. Rely on the gutbusters.
I mean, there was also like all kinds of things that I could do to enhance her on completely on demand. So she may
incompetent wizard. Darth.
No fair.
I really liked. We have a master fighter coming, and who's that? Do I know him?
Yep.
I love that. I also love my comment we were talking to. It was just like, you're gonna have to go through 50 dwarves that are probably always drunk. I really like that. But I also really like Obi's teenage arc. This is a lot of fun. It's fun seeing every single week Obi get more and more angsty.
Yep. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Jay.
Yeah, just the progression of Obi growing up is great.
It's been a month too. He went from
You say that, but I think Obi's 6 years old, so you know.
He's cool. They grow up so fast.
They do.
They grow up so fast.
He's only 4?
Yeah.
Oh, he's only 4. There you go. So, yeah, you know, he's halfway through his life cycle. He's in his teenage years.
Yeah, definitely teenage years.
Yeah. I've got a few. I really liked Caracas Venezuela. Gave me a good joke. There was a moment where Josh went up to the girl Kelly and was like, "I'm gonna do something I've never done before," and all my brain is he gonna kill her? Like, put her out of misery, exactly, right? Just decapitating children. I mean, it's always the first time for everyone, right? But yes, my actual MVP, I really liked the Glacius and the Knoll arc. Of like, there was a wonderful line like preempting it when Alora, "Are we the baddies?" in chat.
Yeah, I saw that. When I went up to it, like I said, I was literally picturing the Baldur's Gate 3 when you find the gnolls and they're transforming, and I'm just like, I felt so bad doing it too.
It's worse than that. The bugbear obviously had the whip that had been whipping the poor little gnolls. He'd also stolen their religious artifacts and was carrying all sorts of other personal possessions of other people. And you guys killed the people who were trying to catch him. It was beautiful, but I loved the little moment of mercy, and Sullivan obviously following up on that with the interaction with it. I copped out last week with a double MVP, and I'm gonna do it again. Because I can't separate it out. But one thing I did forget, because I needed to run off, was the loot from the gnolls. They did have some loot on the ground. So very quickly, I will ask Jay and Laura to roll me a d12, please.
Wait, so who got MVP?
You and Duff.
Oh, okay.
For the gnoll interaction.
I like how whenever I get MVP, it's always with Josh.
9 to 7. Jay, do you want to deal first?
Sure. Let's see what the disgusting loot is.
It might be thematic.
It's a gnoll's skull.
Is the card dealing, or is it not behaving?
I don't have one.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You should have a treasure card next to your... Do you want to refresh? Laura, do you want to deal your treasure card first then?
Sure.
9 gives you an exotic suit of foreign half-plate armor. It's a is it spike? There's a word spike there for no reason. Oh, never mind. Spike is fucking pet. Can we move it slightly? Right, and a chest containing a foreign-style scimitar. It's a +1 scimitar and a suit of foreign half-plate armor. Make that what you will. Jay, does your card work yet?
Yep.
Fantastic, and you got a 7. A fragrant pink liqueur in a curved vial, a flask of what looks like quicksilver, a scroll written in gold, and a... Why have you got 4 pieces of loot? Filter of love, potion of acid resistance, a ring of jumping, and a scroll of... Bear with me, let me go to my scroll table. I need a d20, please.
Okay.
Said the jump. He has 2.
13.
13.
Now I can justify this high.
And a scroll of dusk. Wow. Dust Devil. That's a really hard sentence.
Dust Devil.
Fuck knows. There it is. Don't know what you do with that. Fuck it, give it a several.
I want to know what a jade teapot fashioned in the shape of a monkey huckleberry. Oh, you moved the card.
Oh. Yeah. No more wind fans, unfortunately. You didn't roll well enough.
Oh, dang it. I wanted to double up.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we will pick up next week with you guys in Ramsbottom, trying to get rid of the darkness. Definitely not a side quest. Definitely not getting distracted.
Right.
I look forward to it. But in the meantime, if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
Bye. We shall see you soon.